salah satunya dengan mengadakan praktik pembelajaran di laboratorium.
Laboratorium akuntansi dan laboratorium manajemen.
Dalam melaksanakan Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi, FEB Untag Surabaya telah menjalin kerjasama dengan berbagai lembaga. Pada kegiatan pengabdian masyarakat, FEB Untag Surabaya mengajak mahasiswa dari Universiti Teknologi Mara Malaysia untuk berpartisipasi di Desa Batik Mulyorejo, Surabaya. Pada kegiatan penelitian, FEB Untag Surabaya banyak bekerjasama dengan lembaga terkait dalam joint research maupun joint publication. Selain itu, FEB Untag Surabaya juga menjalin kerjasama dengan Adamson University Manila, Filipina, dengan 2 dosen magister manajemen yang memberikan pengajaran dan pelayanan masyarakat. Kerjasama juga terjalin dengan Dong-A University Korea Selatan, yang melibatkan kunjungan, beasiswa, dan partisipasi mahasiswa dalam program doktor.
Salah satu amalan yang tidak pernah putus di saat kita berpulang, di antaranya adalah ilmu yang bermanfaat. Kami yang bergerak dalam bidang pendidikan, bahwa ilmu bisa kami serahkan, kami berikan kepada para mahasiswa kami, dengan kapabilitas yang kami miliki, baik itu SDM maupun sarana prasarananya, insya Allah itu akan terwujud. Sehingga manfaat tersebut bisa memberikan kemanfaatan fit diri buat dunia wal akhirah, dan juga Untag pasti jaya.
Harapan besar Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya selalu meraih keunggulan dan kejayaan. Lulusan Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya harus mampu bersaing menjadi seseorang yang siap terjun ke dunia bisnis.
Economic and Business Faculty, excellent!
Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya didirikan pada 1 September 1963. Memiliki 3 program studi tingkat sarjana, yaitu Ekonomi Pembangunan, Manajemen, dan Akuntansi, serta 1 program studi tingkat magister, yaitu Magister Manajemen, dan 1 program doktoral, yaitu Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi.
Terwujudnya Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis yang unggul dalam pengembangan bidang manajemen, akuntansi, dan ilmu ekonomi yang berbasis nilai dan karakter bangsa berskala internasional pada tahun 2035.
Misi pertama FEB Untag Surabaya adalah melaksanakan Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi dalam bidang manajemen, akuntansi, dan ilmu ekonomi dengan mengacu pada standar pendidikan tinggi yang berskala regional, nasional, dan internasional.
Menguatkan tata kelola utilitas yang baik,
serta mengutamakan pelayanan
yang ramah,
Cepat,
dan tepat.
Memberdayakan sumber daya fakultas serta menjalin jejaring dengan institusi dalam dan luar negeri untuk mengoptimalkan terselenggaranya Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi dalam bidang manajemen, akuntansi, dan ilmu ekonomi pembangunan.
Menanamkan dan menumbuhkan nilai-nilai moral, akademik, budaya, dan karakter bangsa di Indonesia bagi sivitas akademika.
Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya memiliki 5 program studi.
Di antaranya Prodi Manajemen, Akuntansi, Ilmu Ekonomi Pembangunan, Magister Manajemen, dan Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi.
Terdapat 3 profil program studi manajemen Untag Surabaya.
Prodi Manajemen FEB Untag Surabaya menjadikan mahasiswa seorang entrepreneur, menjadikan mahasiswa sebagai analis manajemen, dan menjadikan mahasiswa seorang peneliti muda.
Program studi akuntansi merupakan bagian integral dari Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya.
Kalau saya selalu bilang ke mahasiswa, berbuatlah semaksimal mungkin untuk kemanfaatan lingkungan sekitar.
Saya terjun di dunia ekonomi itu berawal dari cita-cita menjadi rasa cinta yang membuat saya akhirnya menjadi Kaprodi Ekonomi Pembangunan. Profil dari program studi ekonomi pembangunan adalah menjadi perencana ekonomi daerah seperti di pemerintahan, bidang swasta atau usaha, sehingga mahasiswa program studi ekonomi pembangunan diarahkan pada bidang-bidang tersebut.
Mahasiswa S1 secara rutin menjadi penyelenggara kegiatan berskala nasional seperti Accounting Challenge dengan peserta baik itu SMK maupun SMA se-Indonesia, termasuk kegiatan internasional seperti Virtual Business Innovation, Accounting Competition, serta meraih Best Paper pada International Conference.
Sesuai dengan bidang yang saya tekuni, yaitu di bidang manajemen sumber daya manusia, maka saya telah menerbitkan beberapa buku, di antaranya adalah buku Manajemen Kompensasi, buku MSDM Digital Era, buku Kewirausahaan, dan lain sebagainya. Dan semuanya ini untuk mahasiswa saya.
Program Magister Manajemen secara rutin melibatkan mahasiswa dalam kegiatan International Conference bekerja sama dengan lembaga pendidikan luar negeri seperti Malaysia, Thailand, termasuk kegiatan Student Exchange dan Lecture Exchange.
Saat ini, program studi Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi telah meraih akreditasi dengan peringkat unggul, siap menuju kepada akreditasi internasional yang harus diraihnya sebelum tahun 2029.
Sementara itu, Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi memiliki agenda rutin berupa International Conference Economic Management and Accounting atau ICOEMA.
Mengembangkan masa depan melalui fasilitas pembelajaran yang berkualitas.
Salah satunya dengan mengadakan praktik pembelajaran di laboratorium.
Laboratorium Akuntansi dan Laboratorium Manajemen.
Dalam melaksanakan Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi, FEB Untag Surabaya telah menjalin kerjasama dengan berbagai lembaga. Pada kegiatan pengabdian masyarakat, FEB Untag Surabaya mengajak mahasiswa dari Universiti Teknologi Mara Malaysia untuk berpartisipasi di Desa Batik Mulyorejo, Surabaya. Pada kegiatan penelitian, FEB Untag Surabaya banyak bekerjasama dengan lembaga terkait dalam joint research maupun joint publication. Selain itu, FEB Untag Surabaya juga menjalin kerjasama dengan Adamson University Manila, Filipina, dengan 2 dosen magister manajemen yang memberikan pengajaran dan pelayanan masyarakat. Kerjasama juga terjalin dengan Dong-A University Korea Selatan, yang melibatkan kunjungan, beasiswa, dan partisipasi mahasiswa dalam program doktor.
Salah satu amalan yang tidak pernah putus di saat kita berpulang, di antaranya adalah ilmu yang bermanfaat. Kami yang bergerak dalam bidang pendidikan, bahwa ilmu bisa kami serahkan, kami berikan kepada para mahasiswa kami dengan kapabilitas yang kami miliki, baik itu SDM maupun sarana prasarananya, insya Allah itu akan terwujud. Sehingga manfaat tersebut bisa memberikan kemanfaatan fit diri buat dunia wal akhirah, dan juga Untag pasti jaya.
Harapan besar Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya selalu meraih keunggulan dan kejayaan. Lulusan Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya harus mampu bersaing menjadi seseorang yang siap terjun ke dunia bisnis.
Economic and Business Faculty. Excellent.
Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya didirikan pada 1 September 1963. Memiliki 3 program studi tingkat sarjana, yaitu Ekonomi Pembangunan, Manajemen, dan Akuntansi, serta 1 program studi tingkat magister, yaitu Magister Manajemen, dan 1 program doktoral, yaitu Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi.
Terwujudnya Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis yang unggul dalam pengembangan bidang manajemen, akuntansi, dan ilmu ekonomi yang berbasis nilai dan karakter bangsa berskala internasional pada tahun 2035.
Misi pertama FEB Untag Surabaya adalah melaksanakan Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi dalam bidang manajemen, akuntansi, dan ilmu ekonomi dengan mengacu pada standar pendidikan tinggi yang berskala regional, nasional, dan internasional.
Menguatkan tata kelola universitas yang baik,
serta mengutamakan pelayanan
yang ramah,
cepat,
dan tepat.
Memberdayakan sumber daya fakultas serta menjalin jejaring dengan institusi dalam dan luar negeri untuk mengoptimalkan terselenggaranya Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi dalam bidang manajemen, akuntansi, dan ilmu ekonomi pembangunan.
Menanamkan dan menumbuhkan nilai-nilai moral, akademik, budaya, dan karakter bangsa di Indonesia bagi sivitas akademika.
Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya memiliki 5 program studi.
Di antaranya Prodi Manajemen, Akuntansi, Ilmu Ekonomi Pembangunan, Magister Manajemen, dan Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi.
Terdapat 3 profil program studi manajemen Untag Surabaya.
Prodi Manajemen FEB Untag Surabaya menjadikan mahasiswa seorang entrepreneur, menjadikan mahasiswa sebagai analis manajemen, dan menjadikan mahasiswa seorang peneliti muda.
Program studi akuntansi merupakan bagian integral dari Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya.
Kalau saya selalu bilang ke mahasiswa, berbuatlah semaksimal mungkin untuk kemanfaatan lingkungan sekitar.
Saya terjun di dunia ekonomi itu berawal dari cita-cita menjadi rasa cinta yang membuat saya akhirnya menjadi Kaprodi Ekonomi Pembangunan. Profil dari program studi ekonomi pembangunan adalah menjadi perencana ekonomi daerah seperti di pemerintahan, bidang swasta atau usaha, sehingga mahasiswa program studi ekonomi pembangunan diarahkan pada bidang-bidang tersebut.
Mahasiswa S1 secara rutin menjadi penyelenggara kegiatan berskala nasional, seperti Accounting Challenge, dengan peserta baik itu SMK maupun SMA se-Indonesia, termasuk kegiatan internasional, seperti Virtual Business Innovation, Accounting Competition, serta meraih Best Paper pada International Conference.
Sesuai dengan bidang yang saya tekuni, yaitu di bidang manajemen sumber daya manusia, maka saya telah menerbitkan beberapa buku, diantaranya adalah buku manajemen kompensasi, buku MSDM Digital Era, buku kewirausahaan, dan lain sebagainya. Dan semuanya ini untuk mahasiswa saya.
Program Magister Manajemen secara rutin melibatkan mahasiswa dalam kegiatan International Conference bekerja sama dengan lembaga pendidikan luar negeri seperti Malaysia, Thailand, termasuk kegiatan Student Exchange dan Lecture Exchange.
Saat ini, program studi Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi telah meraih akreditasi dengan peringkat unggul, siap menuju kepada akreditasi internasional yang harus diraihnya sebelum tahun 2029.
Sementara itu, Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi memiliki agenda rutin berupa International Conference Economic Management and Accounting atau ICOEMA,
mengembangkan masa depan melalui fasilitas pembelajaran yang berkualitas.
Salah satunya dengan mengadakan praktik pembelajaran di laboratorium.
Laboratorium Akuntansi dan Laboratorium Manajemen.
Dalam melaksanakan Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi, FEB Untag Surabaya telah menjalin kerjasama dengan berbagai lembaga. Pada kegiatan pengabdian masyarakat, FEB Untag Surabaya mengajak mahasiswa dari Universiti Teknologi Mara Malaysia untuk berpartisipasi di Dasa Batik Mulyorejo, Surabaya. Pada kegiatan penelitian, FEB Untag Surabaya banyak bekerjasama dengan lembaga terkait dalam joint research maupun joint publication. Selain itu, FEB Untag Surabaya juga menjalin kerjasama dengan Adamson University Manila, Filipina, dengan 2 dosen magister manajemen yang memberikan pengajaran dan pelayanan masyarakat. Kerjasama juga terjalin dengan Dong-A University Korea Selatan, yang melibatkan kunjungan, beasiswa, dan partisipasi mahasiswa dalam program doktor.
Salah satu amalan yang tidak pernah putus di saat kita berpulang, di antaranya adalah ilmu yang bermanfaat. Kami yang bergerak dalam bidang pendidikan, bahwa ilmu bisa kami serahkan, kami berikan kepada para mahasiswa kami dengan kapabilitas yang kami miliki, baik itu SDM maupun sarana prasarananya, insya Allah itu akan terwujud. Sehingga manfaat tersebut bisa memberikan kemanfaatan fit diri buat dunia wal akhirah, dan juga Untag pasti jaya.
Harapan besar Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya selalu meraih keunggulan dan kejayaan. Lulusan Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya harus mampu bersaing menjadi seseorang yang siap terjun ke dunia bisnis.
Economic and Business Faculty, excellent!
Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya didirikan pada 1 September 1963. Memiliki 3 program studi tingkat sarjana, yaitu Ekonomi Pembangunan, Manajemen, dan Akuntansi, serta 1 program studi tingkat magister, yaitu Magister Manajemen, dan 1 program doktoral, yaitu Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi.
Terwujudnya Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis yang unggul dalam pengembangan bidang manajemen, akuntansi, dan ilmu ekonomi yang berbasis nilai dan karakter bangsa berskala internasional pada tahun 2035.
Misi pertama FEB Untag Surabaya adalah melaksanakan Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi dalam bidang manajemen, akuntansi, dan ilmu ekonomi dengan mengacu pada standar pendidikan tinggi yang berskala regional, nasional, dan internasional.
Menguatkan tata kelola universitas yang baik,
serta mengutamakan pelayanan
yang ramah,
cepat,
dan tepat.
Memberdayakan sumber daya fakultas serta menjalin jejaring dengan institusi dalam dan luar negeri untuk mengoptimalkan terselenggaranya Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi dalam bidang manajemen, akuntansi, dan ilmu ekonomi pembangunan.
Menanamkan dan menumbuhkan nilai-nilai moral, akademik, budaya, dan karakter bangsa di Indonesia bagi sivitas akademika.
Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya memiliki 5 program studi,
Di antaranya Prodi Manajemen, Akuntansi, Ilmu Ekonomi Pembangunan, Magister Manajemen, dan Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi.
Terdapat 3 profil program studi manajemen Untag Surabaya.
Prodi Manajemen FEB Untag Surabaya menjadikan mahasiswa seorang entrepreneur, menjadikan mahasiswa sebagai analis manajemen, dan menjadikan mahasiswa seorang peneliti muda.
Program studi akuntansi merupakan bagian integral dari Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Untag Surabaya.
Kalau saya selalu bilang ke mahasiswa, berbuatlah semaksimal mungkin untuk kemanfaatan lingkungan sekitar.
Saya terjun di dunia ekonomi itu berawal dari cita-cita menjadi rasa cinta yang membuat saya akhirnya menjadi Kaprodi Ekonomi Pembangunan. Profil dari program studi ekonomi pembangunan adalah menjadi perencana ekonomi daerah seperti di pemerintahan, bidang swasta atau usaha, sehingga mahasiswa program studi ekonomi pembangunan diarahkan pada bidang-bidang tersebut.
Mahasiswa S1 secara rutin menjadi penyelenggara kegiatan berskala nasional seperti Accounting Challenge dengan peserta baik itu SMK maupun SMA se-Indonesia, termasuk kegiatan internasional seperti Virtual Business Innovation, Accounting Competition, serta meraih Best Paper pada International Conference.
Sesuai dengan bidang yang saya tekuni, yaitu di bidang manajemen sumber daya manusia, maka saya telah menerbitkan beberapa buku, di antaranya adalah buku Manajemen Kompensasi, buku MSDM Digital Era, buku Kewirausahaan, dan lain sebagainya. Dan semuanya ini untuk mahasiswa saya.
Program Magister Manajemen secara rutin melibatkan mahasiswa dalam kegiatan International Conference bekerja sama dengan lembaga pendidikan luar negeri seperti Malaysia, Thailand, termasuk kegiatan Student Exchange dan Lecture Exchange.
Saat ini, program studi Doktor Ilmu Ekonomi telah meraih akreditasi dengan peringkat unggul.
Baik, kita sudah ada 160 peserta ya, mudah-mudahan akan bertambah dengan berjalannya waktu. Bapak Ibu sekalian hadirin di Zoom pada siang hari ini, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being ready in this channel. As we are about to begin, please to have nice seated, stay relaxed, and enjoy your time. We have a note to make. Before we begin today's seminar, I would like to seek your cooperation in completing this seminar. Kindly to keep mute your audio to avoid interruption. Please stay tuned. You can use the chat room to communicate. And there will be a time for question or discussion at the end of the main session. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. Kita mulai ya, Bapak-bapak, Ibu-ibu sekalian, hadirin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang, Bapak-bapak, Ibu-ibu. Alhamdulillah sudah mulai banyak partisipannya. Yeah, actually we open a Zoom line for 1,000 participations, and also the YouTube line as well. Halo, teman-teman Dr. Candidate S3, mahasiswa S2, mahasiswa S1 Untag Surabaya. Sehat selalu. Nice to meet you again. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Excellency, the Dean of Economic and Business Faculty, Profesor Slamet Riyadi, MSI, AK, CA, CTA. Yes, you are always energetic in a young style, yeah. Okay. Are you okay? Yeah. Is there no problem with your hand accident last time?
Oh, it's okay right now.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Prof, for spending your time with us. And also respectable for the Vice Dean, Dr. Ida Ayu Brahmayanti. Dr. Ida, cantik, beautiful. Good afternoon. Nice to meet you, to have you here. Respectable the head of the IE study program, Economics Doctoral Program. As the host of this international seminar, Professor Tri Ratnawati, MSI, CPA. How are you, Prof? Are you here with us? Yes. She is our motherhood pot professor. She is a very good motivator, always keeping good mood and in a high spirit. Ya, semoga sehat-sehat selalu ya, Prof. And as well, the other 4 study programs as the supporting host, co-host of today's agenda, accounting program, myself, management program, Dr. Ulfi Pristiana, economic development program, Dr. Arga Kristia, and magister management program, Professor Siti Mujana. Nice to meet you here. Respectable, the keynote speaker. At this time, we have Professor Eko Ganis Sukoharsono, SA, MCom, PhD. How are you, Prof?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Long time no see. Nice to meet you again
Dean.
here.
Prof Slamet. Luar biasa.
Iya.
Thank you, Prof.
This is very honor, being here. Thank you.
Sehat-sehat ya, Prof.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you for being ready for this position, Prof. Eko Ganis. Respectable our special guest, Professor Basuki MCom, PhD, AKCA, CMA, CPA. Is he here with us? Professor Basuki? Oh yeah, Professor Basuki is our special guest this afternoon. Okay, it's not coming yet, it's not joining yet, okay. The honorable, all the 4 speakers From Philippines, Adamson University, Dr. Ruben Neif, GR, PhD. Nice to meet you, Prof. Ruben. Yeah. Is it okay? Is everything there in Manila okay? Bright and sunny? What time is it now there, Dr. Ruben?
It's 2:10 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, hopefully everything will doing well. And from Malaysia, Dr. G.S. Kasminder, University Teknologi Mara, Malaysia. Selamat siang, Dato. How are you?
I'm good, Dr.
Iya.
Manis. Thank you so much.
Gembira berjumpa lagi dengan awak.
Yeah.
We have many times collaboration with UITM Malaysia.
Yes, and
Yeah,
I
Alam
think
Selangor is doing well at this time.
correct. Everything is fine, and it's great to catch up with everyone from Untag again. And I can see that most of you were the one that we catch up soon last year, actually, right? So catching back with all of you is actually a great honor and pleasure. Yeah, nice.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is Malaysian but with the Indian star profile ya.
Yeah.
Seperti bintang India gitu ya. Okay, from Thailand we have Dr. Pratana Sirisuk. Pratana Sirisuk.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Pratana Sirisuk, how do you do?
Yes.
This is your first time to be with ICOEMA, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
First time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for breaking your busy schedules.
Yeah. Thank you.
And from Timor-Leste, Dr. Alexander de Souza Guterres, LIC ICOEMA, Universidade da Paz, Timor-Leste. Halo, Prof. Alex. Sehat-sehat ya. Okay, thank you. Respectable all the participants of this seminar, Bapak-bapak, ibu-ibu, adik-adik, rekan-rekan mahasiswa, and all the committee members involving in this event. Thank you. First of all, let us thank the Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us some mercies and blessings so that we can attend this agenda without any obstacles. Secondly, salawat and salam may always be given to our Prophet Muhammad, who has guided us from the darkness to the lightness. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Kholis Hidayati. I will be the master ceremony and also the moderator for the main agenda this afternoon for about the next 3 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's seminar, Friday, April 25th, 2025, International Conference on Economic Management and Accounting, ICOEMA. This is a regular yearly agenda from the DIA study program and the other 4 study programs, accounting program, management program, economic development program, and magister management program. All the 5 programs in economic and business faculty, Untag Surabaya. Our theme today is sustainability, economic, management, and accounting strategies on development. This seminar brings together 5 institutions: Universitas of 17 Agustus 1945 Surabaya, University Teknologi Mara UITM Malaysia, Adamson University Philippines, the GBAT College Thailand, and Universidade da Paz Timor-Leste. And we are now on the 5th year ICOEMA. Yes. Under the theme, Sustainable Economic Management and Accounting Strategies on Development. Strategi keberlanjutan dalam pengembangan bidang manajemen, akuntansi, dan ekonomi. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the host, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. We appreciate you taking time off your busy schedules to join us today. We hope you will find the program we have lined up for you to be fruitful and engaging. As we all know, we have participants in this Zoom line and we open the YouTube line as well. Thank you. Thank you again. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to Kampus Merah Putih e-conference. Welcome to the 5th ICOEMA. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, allow me to bring you to all the agendas today. First is opening, and then having the national anthem Indonesia Raya, welcoming speech, and we have special agenda today is signing MOU between ERE and Economic and Business Faculty, and continue with the speech from the keynote speaker. Next, we have presentation for speakers, our main session, and then we have breaking time, sharing session, and closing. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let us open this seminar by reciting Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. With the name of Allah, the most merciful, the all-merciful. The national anthem Indonesia Raya has been delivered in the first session, Seminar Kebangsaan this morning. So we can get the next agenda. It would be an opening speech. Allow me to invite Professor Slamet Riyadi, MSI AK, CA, CTA, the Dean of Economic and Business Faculty, Universitas 17 Agustus 1945 Surabaya. Please welcome Bapak Profesor Slamet Riyadi. The Zoom stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Madam Colleagues. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, Rahayu, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Honorable my senior, Professor Eko Ganis Sukarsono SA, MCom Hot PhD from Brawijaya University, Indonesia as the keynote speaker. And dear speakers, Mr. Ruben Nafi, PhD, Naif, PhD, Dean at the College of Business Administration, Adamson University, Manila, Philippines. Maybe it's the twice or three times we can discuss in the seminar international. So, Associate Professor Dr. J.S. Kasminder Muhammad from University Technology Malang, Selangor, Malaysia. Nice to meet you again. And Mrs. Dr. Pratana Srisuk, Director Thai Global Business Administration Technological College, Thailand. Thank you, Mrs. I think it's the second we meet in this forum, maybe. Yeah. Thank you. So, oh, my best friend from Timor Leste, Dr. Alexander de Sousa Guterres, SAMM, Unpas, Timor Leste. And dear instructor official, Dr. Ida Ayu Sulbamayanti MM, as Vice Dean of Economic and Business Faculty Untag Surabaya, Professor Dr. Hajiah Triwatawati MS, as Head of Doctoral Program in Economic. So, of course, Dr. Dakolis Hedayati, MBA, AK, CSBI, as moderator. Honorable Committee Chairman, Dr. Angga Duta Atmaja, and Dr. Gustav Novan Fedrianto, and all the participants, I am proud of you. On behalf of Doctoral Program in Economic and Business Faculty Untag Surabaya, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you who have gathered here today. It's an honor to open this international conference on economic management and accounting 2025. and to bring together experts and scholars from around the world, where we will explore sustainability, economic management, and accounting strategic on development. It is an honor to welcome you all to this international conference on sustainability, economic management, and accounting strategy on development. Today, we gather to share knowledge, ideas, and experiences on how to achieve sustainable development through innovative economic management and accounting strategies. Into this world, sustainability has become a pressing concern for businesses, governments, and individuals alike. The need to balance economic growth with social and environmental responsibility has never been more urgent. This conference provides a platform for us to discuss and explore ways to address these challenges and create a more sustainable future. Through keynote speakers, panel discussion, and paper presentations, we will delve into the latest trends, best practice, and research findings in sustainability economics, management, and accounting. We will also have the opportunity to network with fellow professionals and academics from diverse backgrounds and industries. I would like to extend my gratitude to the organizing committee, speakers, and participants for their hard work and dedication to making this conference a success. I'm confident that this conference will be a valuable experience for all of us. And we will leave with new insights, ideas, and connections that will contribute to our works and research. Let us work together to create a more sustainable future for all. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Prof. Slamet. Thank you for your delightful speech, having deep meaning. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bapak, Ibu, hadirin sekalian, special today, we have special agenda. Allow me having about 15 minutes to do this agenda. Signing the MOU between IAI, Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia, and the Economic and Business Faculty Untag Surabaya. For your information that FAB, especially the accounting program, has been having the collaboration program partnership in education for more than 5 years, and this is the extensions of the collaboration. We need to have a renewal MOU update. And this is the video of resigning the MOU. Please have the video. Okay, thank you. So it's clear that we will have another 5 years for our collaboration program. And to form the MOU, we need also few words, a short speech from the head of IAI, the Association of Indonesian Accountants, East Java Region. Professor Basuki, please, the stage is yours.
Baik, terima kasih Bu Kolis. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yang saya hormati Pak Dekan, Prof. Slamet Riyadi, juga
Pak
ada
Bas.
ada kolega saya Pak Eko. Waalaikumsalam. Ya, saya ini terpaksa keluar dulu dari ruangan karena sedang rakernas di Jakarta gitu, jadi mojok dulu, mohon maaf.
Harus dibajak ini.
Jadi oke, apa namanya, speech saya itu tidak berkaitan dengan seminar ya, kaitannya dengan MOU begitu. Jadi mohon maaf, saya akan bicara dalam bahasa Indonesia saja gitu. Prof. Slamet dan para teman-teman di UTAS 17 Agustus Surabaya, saya kira resigning MOU ini sangat penting bagi kedua belah pihak begitu. Dan ini adalah sebuah kerjasama yang sudah bertahun-tahun begitu ya, kita melakukan kerjasama ini. Dan bagi kami di IAI sebetulnya yang lebih penting lagi adalah bukan pada tangannya saja, tetapi adalah activity after the signing of MOU. Itu much more important. Karena kalau tidak ada aktivitas, nanti dokumen itu ditaruh di rak, makan rayak begitu ya. Jadi sekali lagi kami sangat apresiasi dengan Untag begitu yang masih bersedia untuk bekerja sama dengan IAI begitu. Jadi mudah-mudahan nanti kerjasama ini akan memberikan kebermanfaatan bagi kedua belah pihak, bagi institusi Untag, IAI, dan juga terutama bagi para akuntan atau teman-teman dosen yang berada di bawah Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis dan juga IAI begitu. Saya kira dengan penandatangan perpanjangan kerjasama ini akan memberikan kemanfaatan lebih banyak sesuai dengan moto kami di IAI bahwa hari ini harus lebih baik dari hari kemarin dan hari yang akan datang harus lebih baik dari hari ini. Jadi dengan perpanjangan ini mudah-mudahan aktivitas kita berdua tambah banyak gitu ya, Pak Slamet, Bu Holis, dan teman-teman di Untag. Ya, ini Pak Ontot saya tinggal di dalam ruangan nih Pak, saya keluar dulu mojok. Jadi sekali lagi mohon maaf, saya tidak akan berpanjang lebar, tapi intinya adalah bahwa kami sangat appreciate dengan perpanjangan ini dan tentu saja tidak hanya Untag, universitas di seluruh Jawa Timur juga akan mengikuti jejak Untag. Bagi yang sudah selesai MOU-nya tentu akan memperpanjang begitu. Saya kira begitu, mudah-mudahan ini semua menjadi catatan amal kebaikan kita di tangan Allah Subhanahu wa taala dan memberikan bermanfaatan bagi anggota IAI wilayah Jawa Timur dan bagi seluruh society yang terlibat di dalamnya. Matur nuwun, mohon maaf bila ada tutur kata saya kurang pas, saya harus kembali ke ruangan. Bila kita budaya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam.
Sehat selalu, semangat Prof.
Amin.
Matur nuwun, Prof. Basuki.
Saya langsung izin live ya, Bu.
Ya, matur nuwun, terima kasih. Selamat. Baik, jadi kita sudah memiliki perpanjangan MOU untuk the next 5 years. Mudah-mudahan aja menjadi lebih baik dan lebih baik lagi, lebih banyak aktivitas yang bisa kita lakukan bersama antara IAI dan khususnya program akuntansi di Untag Surabaya. Ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed the main session, it's now the time for the keynote speaker. Allow me to invite, welcome please, Professor Eko Ganis Sukoharsono, SA, MCom, PhD. He is from Brawijaya University, Malang, East Java. Welcome please, Prof. Time is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Khalis Hidayati. It has been some time we haven't met with you. Okay, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Well, thank you for being appointing me as a keynote speaker. And of course, this is an honor for me for being here with you and joining the international conference. Well, I think first of all, I would like to mention some of the very eminent scholars. The first, I would like to, of course, I think I would also like to convey my congratulations for resigning the MOU between IAI Jawa Timur and Untag Surabaya. Is very extraordinary. The respectable and also the honorable Professor Slamet Riyadi.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Thank you for the appointment as the keynote speaker. And I think this is also part of reunion because it was been some time we haven't met yet. And also I would like to mention here the respectable, the Vice Dean, Dr. Ida Ayu Brahmayanti, and Professor Tri Ratnawati, thank you, and many others here. And I apologize if I could not mention all, and I appreciate it. And of course, I also would like to mention here the distinguished scholars, Associate Professor Kes Minder, right, from Malaysia. And then Dr. Ruben Naif and Dr. Pratana Sreso and Dr. Jaime Suarez. Thank you. And then distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I think also I would like also mention all the students, either bachelor, master, and doctoral candidate. Well, I think this is my first slide, and I designed, and of course the design is not AI design. This is my own way to design, because many things now the people is bringing the AI to be the first idea to have it. All right, and then the title I put it here, the role of sustainability strategies on the organization performance. Basically, the title based on the main themes of this international conference on economic management and accounting. Well, I put it the word of sustainability strategies. This is refers to the comprehensive plans and action that organization implement and to manage their economic, environmental, and social impact, in a responsible and balanced manner. Basically, that is the idea of the paper that I presented today in the keynote speech. And and of course, these strategies are aimed at promoting long-term, right, the viability and resilience while contributing to the well-being of the people and also in this planet. Right. Okay, I would like to move to the second slide. And even though there are many slides, and I believe if not all I presented, I would like to ask you to read yourself, right? And I also give it the right to the organizing committee to share this slide. Well, this is the person that inspired my keynotes, Professor Eduardo Ordonez Ponce from Athabasca University of Canada, and then also Professor Anzuman Khair at Athabasca University, Canada too, right? He wrote a paper, with the title of GRI 300 as a measurement tools for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, assessing the impact of car makers on the sustainability, right? So this is the inspirations of my today speech. And the other one is based on our previous publications, the contributions of the fertilizer industry, Pupuk team, to the SDGs. And this is based on postmodernism analysis. I'm using the paradigm of postmodernism based on the performance on the sustainability report. It was 5 years ago, right? And then also the second one is comparative study. This is also based on the fertilizer industry, right? Pupuk team, Pusri, and Petrokimia Gresik, with the data 2017, 2018. So basically, this is the inspirations of today sharing sessions on the sustainability strategies. Right. Then, okay, I move it. Okay. And the presentation will be, there are 8 steps, yeah, possibly. Then we could divide it into 8. And then inspiration of the keynote, and then the role of sustainability management. And I would like also coming to what is the sustainability accounting too, right? And then I bringing the GRI standard, and then the assurance on the sustainability, basically the output of sustainability accounting. It is sustainability reporting, and then the major ESG rating provider, possibly there, and then ESG values, its opportunity for the business persons, internal benefit, and then also external benefit. And the last, I would like to show you, especially for the scholars and the students, in a way we are doing the research on the ESG. This is the research perspective. Okay, right. Starting my presentation here, I would like to bring the important word, which is sustainability. This is the long journey of the word of sustainability, right? And as early as 1960, it was Davis, and he published with the title of "Can Business Afford to Ignore Its Social Responsibility?" It was before the word sustainability unknown, right? The word of sustainability at first is unknown. But then since 1960, then becoming, starting to be well known, right? So start from the Davis, and then in 1980s, World Conservation Strategy bringing the word of sustainability, right? And then becoming more popular, the word of sustainability. But it was unknown, right? And then in 1981, Brown also wrote a paper, Building a Sustainability Society, then becoming well known, right? And then very, what do you call, that is the key. It was in 1987, it was when the Brundtland report, reporting to the United Nations with the title of Our Common Future, right? And then becoming the definition of sustainability today. So basically, sustainability defined as the development that meet the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. So it's now that is came from the Brundtland report in 1987, right? And then following 10 years after it, in 1997, the GRI guideline, right? The first report called as the sustainability report, right? In 1997. And then the following year, then triple bottom line, John Ilkington became the popular with the idea of the triple P bottom line, environments, economics, and society, right? People, planet, and profit. And interestingly, then in 2010, I remember it was when I discussed, it was when I inaugurated as my professorship in 2010, I wrote a paper, Metamorphosis Social and Environmental Accounting, in 2010. And then 5 years later, after the 2010, then SDGs, launched, and then also the ICSP established. ISP is the Institute Certified Sustainability Practitioners, in Indonesia. And 2016, then the GRI standard introduced, and in particular focus on the mechanism of the report, so-called as sustainability report, right? And 2019, I remember then when I published a paper with the no longer I use as a triple P bottom line, but the pentuple P bottom line, 2019. Right. And then later on with the developments of more on the word of sustainability. So this is the long journey of the word sustainability now becoming as icon word, almost in every institution now bringing the word of sustainability, right? And well, now, and luckily, because I'm coming from the accounting discipline and bringing the word of sustainability accounting, as in that the title of the our conference today, economics, sustainability economic strategy, sustainability management strategy, and accounting strategy. But now I'm focused on sustainability accounting. Basically, when I define what's meant by sustainability accounting, I remember it was before, as early as 2000, known as the social accounting, social and environmental accounting. It is the interchangeable word, or praise on the sustainability accounting. Social and environmental accounting, corporate social reporting, green accounting, corporate social responsibility, and you can name it. So all these words are interchangeable. And basically, when we define what means by sustainability accounting, it is and as I wrote in my paper, and it is the accountability processes, right? The sustainability accounting means that accountability processes of the organization activities that focus on either triple bottom line, because in the standard, or many people still, talking about the triple bottom line, but I put it also the pentuple bottom line. Pentuple bottom line, I'm bringing into the other two, which are technology. This is representing the technology, and then the profit. The profit means spirituality. Why? Because we are coming from the East, right? And then we respect, believe, with the Supreme Court. See, so that's why it's very important where we are putting the other two, and one which is prophet. Prophet is the messenger of the God. That is called with the easy to put it, the P, other P. So mean that prophet. So there are 5 P. Pentuple, penta means 5. people, planet, profit, technology, and profit, and profit representing the spirituality, right? And being aware of the core, basically that things. And in the table here, just making us understanding of the organization need to report, make it simple here, I put it, and basically this kind of theory and concept bringing the standard, because not all theory and concept having the standard. So by having the three of these, and this is the organization need to report. The first one is financial accounting, right? Financial accounting. And then the mechanism of the process in the theory and concept, it is, economic transaction, basically, for the financial accounting. And then the financial accounting introduced the standard IFRS or SAK, Standard Akuntansi Keuangan, and US Financial Accounting Standard in Australia, Australian Accounting Standard, possibly also in Malaysia and Singapore. They have their own standard, especially to support the theory and the concept and to implement the financial accounting mechanism. Okay, and then the output is financial report, right? The financial report. And the outcome is useful for knowing and analyzing the organizational financial position and health. So this is the first one for the financial accounting. The second one is good corporate governance, the mechanism of the process, supporting the theory and the concept. Basically, this is based on where we are managing organizational process, right? And the standard to support that the theory concept is KNKG, Komite Nasional Kebijakan Governance, right? Or you may also having the OECD. They provide the standard. And then the output is GCG report, And I'm sure that many of us have experience reading this kind of report, financial report and good corporate governance report. Now, the third one, this is, I would like to show to you in the mechanism of sustainability accounting, right? The theory and the concept, and then the process itself, bringing the sustainability activities process, right? And introducing the standard. And most of it, I think more than 90% of the organization in the world, they report on the sustainability, their sustainability report using the GRI standard. So that's why I put it here as the GRI standard. To standardize the report on sustainability report. And then the outcome is useful for knowing and analyzing organization contribution in economic, social, and environmental aspect. Okay, so this is the basic idea on what means by the sustainability accounting, right? Okay, now I coming to, this is my writing. It was when I presented 2019, and that is the title of Contributions of Pupuk Kaltim. This is the fertilizer industry to the SDGs using the paradigm of postmodernism, based on the performance and sustainability report. And then the second one is comparative study, Pupuk Kaltim, Pusri, and Petrokimia, all the fertilizer industry. And then the last one, this is from Eduardo Ardonos Ponce and Professor Azuman Kerr from the Canada, with the title of GRI 300. This is basically the standard module of 300, focus on the environmental impact, environmental impact of the car maker sustainability, right? So then I trying, use what do you call, trying measuring how their contribution to the SDGs and using the GRI standard, especially based on the sustainability report. Okay, and this is the question, right? This question, how do the study measure and so forth. And then basically all the same, but then the mechanisms of measuring to the contribution to the SDGs are different, right? But the three of them based on sustainability report, right? Because many people now are thinking how to measure the contribution. For example, like Untag as an institution, how to Untag contribute to the SDGs. Sometimes it's just very hard, to measure the contribution, because of as long as they do not have sustainability report, then it's very hard, to measure their contribution to the SDGs. Let's now to think about our province of East Java. And then we are also asking how our contributions to SDGs is very hard if we do not have such kind of the report, right? And the report have to be standardized. So that's why now I'm bringing this study using GRI in measuring the contribution to the SDGs. So the three studies use qualitative content analysis, a widely used technique for interpreting information presented in writing format, right? This is the qualitative content analysis. And the two are specific using postmodernist in nature, right? Postmodernist in nature. And I think I don't know whether many of us here understand about the postmodernists, because we are having the 5 paradigms that we believe to convince our study, right? To convince our study when we do research, right? The first is positivist paradigm, right? Representing for the quantitative, and then interpretive, critical, postmodernist, right? And then spiritualist. So this is the paradigm that we are developing until today, right? And this replicable methodology, basically the research method here for the 3 studies is replicable, allow for the text to capture and expose a number of interpreting important contents and deep meaning embodied in the text. So basically using kind of text, then we are interpreting for it. And the study started analyzing the GRI standard, GRI standard, and the well-known, and as I mentioned, more than 90%, organization in the world, when they prepare sustainability report, they use the GRI standard. For the third one, this is from the Canadians. The third was only using the GRI 300, right? GRI 300. It is environmental impacts, environmental impact that they study only, the module 300, and matching them with the SDGs, matching with the SDGs, which are 169 target. Okay. Every disclosure and the report was assessed, identifying the keywords which were solved in SDG list and indicator, right? I just quickly, and this is the mechanisms of the research method. And even though I do not giving the detail, but would you please read by yourself in the slide that if the OC distributed to you. This is the mechanism of the target of DG, relevance of the standard of GI, and so forth. Okay, and then especially for the 300, this is the 300, GRI 300, material, energy, water effluent, biodiversity, emission, and all they studied, right? This is studied based on, I move it quickly, okay. This is the study, Toyota Motor, Volkswagen, Daimler, General Motor, Ford Motor, Honda, and all that they study. This is the largest motor vehicle and part company, part of the Fortune 500 that they study, right? And I go into the finding, right? The finding is the first study basically, okay, this is the second study. The results show that the year 2017 and 2018, the percentage level of reporting to the economic aspect of Pupuk Kaltim were 94. That's mean the Pupuk Kaltim contributed to SDGs is 94% and 93% 2017 and 2018. Whereas the Pusri and Petrokimia are different, only for 76% and 70%, right? And in particular for the environmental aspect, the percentage is 94%, and Pusri and Petrokimia Gresik different numbers. Again, this is the mechanism how that the company could contribute to the SDGs, right? Because then the SDGs will be ended 2030, right? So then many people now thinking how the institution is contribute to the SDGs, right? So by mechanism using this sustainability report is possible to measure their contribution to the SDGs, right? Okay. Right. Now, I move into the role of sustainability accountant, right? As we know that accountants have a pivotal roles, in fighting the climate change and reduce the use of energy. Basically, this is I try to focus on the accounting role in fighting the climate change and reduce the use of the energy. As we know that our companies continue to experience, mounting the pressure to comply with the environmental regulations. So that's why accountants are expected, to see a higher demand for the sustainability reporting for now and in the future. So by having reporting with the sustainability report, then possible accountant can interpret and making decision, especially to reduce the impact on the climate change and reduce the use of energy when we are having the report of sustainability accounting. Right. Okay. Right. And okay, and this is also still in the role of sustainability accounting. As an accountant, you are expected to assist your company in driving forward a sustainability agenda. And then, of course, we must work closely with the decision makers to mitigate risks and value develop sustainability finance strategies, such as using the sustainability report and measurement and assessment. This is all possible to use to measure how the performance of the organizations closely to the contributions of SDGs, SDGs. Right. Okay, I move to, this is a kind of assurance because the sustainability report doesn't mean that we just report it using the kind of standard, but the standard, we must comply with the standard and having the assurance, right? As you could see it from here, this is the GRS standard, and the requirement, the report must disclose with the disclosure 2.5. This is the external assurance, right? The assurance. That's mean the report must be assured by the external or independent organization or independent institution, possible like a public accounting firm or some others institution who they have the competence to assure the sustainability report. Okay, now this is basically assurance reverse to the professional services, provided by certified or the chartered accountant and other professional, known collectively as assurance services. So different to financial accounting, for the sustainability report, they have the assurance, so-called as the assurance report, and the opinion different to the way the financial report giving the opinion by the auditor. So as assurer, they have a right, to assure the performance of sustainability report. So basically, assurance is a positive declaration intended to give the confidence, of the report. Okay. In simple terms, this is I put it the word, assurance can be defined as helping client make sure that their financial statement are accurate, from the start to finish by verifying record in accounting trend entries, right? But then the assurance services that will be having a good performance where the person are having the independent professional services, right? Okay. And the purpose of the assurance is the major purpose of the assurance service is to provide independent and professional opinion, that improve the quality of information to management as well as other decision maker. So yeah, basically the same as the financial report. In sustainability report, also needed to be assured by the independent assurer, independent assurer, right? Okay, and well, this is the comparison between the two. Audit and assurance service are basically they are different. Principally, they are different. Audit, this is for the financial statement to test the validity of the financial statement, whereas the assurance, this is engagement to test the validity data of the business cycle for non-financial information, basically. Even though I put it here also financial and non-financial, but more sustainability focus on non-financial information. And for the audit, financial accounting, highly structured, right? But for the assurance engagement, tend to be customized. This is the difference between audit and assurance of the sustainability report, right? And then the investor analysis tool, mainly. Then for the assurance is helping to reduce management risk and also help management or decision maker to make more confident decision. And then socially investor analysis tools. And whereas for the audit of the financial report, this is major because it was before when we back to the who is Luca Pacioli, right? 1494, the year of 1494. Whereas for the assurance is still young, yeah. Even though now is developing and growing people, because many of the organization now looking for assuring their sustainability report, right? Okay. All right, this is the benefit of the assurance of the sustainability report, increasing the credibility of the SR and also detecting any fraud earlier, similar to the way of audit of this financial report. But the difference are focused on non-financial report, right? Determining the level of compliance of the GRI standard. Of course, this is the benefit of the assurance, right? Providing independent opinion and the overall of the SR. And then also valuing the contribution to economy, environment, and society, reducing any risk of the stakeholders. So this is the benefit of the assurance of the sustainability report, right? Okay, and this is the added values of the assurance of the sustainability report: improve the process, risk reduction, management comfort, good practice, trust, and credibility. By having the assurance of the sustainability report, bringing the word of sustainability, right? Now, Many people also are now talking about the ESG, right? And what is the ESG and what is the difference between the sustainability report? But I'm now starting by what is this ESG? ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance, and many people now are trying to engage on that kind of the word. So this is defined as key factors, to measure the sustainability and the ethical impact of the investment in business or organization. Many people now thinking on this kind of word and becoming important, right? And most socially responsible investor check company out using ESG criteria to screen investment, right? And it is a generic terms, used in the capital market today, and company used by the investor to evaluate the behavior of the companies as well of determining their future financial performance. And that is the way of ESG use, right? Okay, and this is what is ESG? Yeah, basically is disclosing the data, expressing and putting the index of how good they are of their environment and social and their and governance, right? And this is the mechanism of the framework: environmental, governance, and social, right? Okay, and this is the criteria, and this is an example, exit performance. And of course, there are many now when the company, the corporate performance is try to measure their performance. There are many, the indicators of the performance. For example, many thinkings on the performance of financial, right? So-called as the financial performance, market performance, cultural and social performance. This is the type of corporate performance, many things, technological adaptation performance, environmental performance. There are many now. But here, currently issues on the sustainability performance based on the ESG for the today, So that's why many organization is trying, to get the measurements of their sustainability performance based on the ESG, environmental, social, and governance, right? And this is the major ESG rating providers, right? MSCI, this is the international providers indexing the performance of the ESG, Sustainalytics, Bloomberg, FTSE rating, CDP, S&P Global, Moody's, and so forth. So I put it this way to make it easy for you to understand the major ESG rating provider today. Yeah, I put it, this is an example of the MSCI. This is the American finance company headquartered in New York, right? MSCI is a global provider of equity, fixed income, and you may also use the data if you do research based on the MSCI and Sustainalytics or Bloomberg. There are 8, right? Mainly for the major ESG rating provider. They are all different methodology. Even though today in Indonesia, especially by the ICSP, Institute of Sustainability Practitioners, Institute of Sustainability Practitioners, collaborate with the NCCR, National Center for Corporate Reporting. Possible also you use it, the data, to get it the rating of the ESG based on the sustainability report, right? Now, this is another way of ESG when I started in 2019, right? And as I mentioned earlier, pentable bottom line, planet, profit, profit, and people, and technology, right? So basically, the business sustainability should respect to the pentable P bottom line, right? No longer as this is based on the study, right? This study 2019, no longer a triple bottom line, but the pentuple P bottom line. Meaning that the ability of the business in relations to its activities to be environmentally friendly, right? Socially caring, economic acceleration, utilizing technology. This is for the panel technology, and being aware of the code. Yeah, because we are on the east, and then this is I put it the P profit, being aware of both. So this is the definition of the pentuple bottom line. The ability of the business in relation to its activities to be environmentally friendly, socially caring, right? Economic accelerating, economically, accelerating, utilizing the technology, being aware of God. So this is the pentuple bottom line, where thinking to contribute, to the business sustainability, right? Okay. I move it, since then I would like to finish, I go into, yeah, this is the ESG value and its opportunity for business person. If you are as a business person, having the ESG benefit possible, to be internally or even externally. For the internal benefit, the companies, the organization can be possible helping in identifying risk and opportunity, right? Taking proactive to reduce the risk, measuring actively any risk, yeah, increasing the organization transparency and accountability, of course, yes. And the ASG basically is based on the sustainability report, right? And enhancing organization competitive advantages, getting advantages and customer loyalty, brand loyalty, increasing organization and reputation. So this is the ESG values. And then for the internal benefit is increase understanding the risk, right? And then for the interestingly for the external benefit, mitigating negative environmental and social government impact, improving reputation and brand loyalty, enabling external stakeholders, demonstrating how the organization influences and so forth. And then last, possibly then reducing or no penalty of regulation failure. So this is for the benefit of the external benefit of the IHG values, right? This is the same of the SASU frequency. All right, now the last, I would like to show you, this is especially for you as scholars and also the student. There are 5 paradigms that we use when we study research. For example, positive paradigm for the left side, positive paradigm. I put it the example for the positive paradigm. Study based on the sustainability report disclosure, right? This is study by Abdul Rahim from with me together from Libya, Abdul Rahim, 2021, using the paradigm of positivism, and with the title of organizational culture, governance structure, and sustainability disclosure quality. Evidence from Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand, right? This is 2021, published in Accounting Analysis Journal. And then the second one, this is an example of the interpretive paradigm, right? Interpretive paradigm, 2020, with the title of Meaningful Practice Creating Share Value, as a contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals. Case study of, again, this is the fertilizer industry, But then the method that we use under the umbrella of interpretive paradigm. And then for the critical paradigm, they are all different, basically. How in collecting data different, and then interpretation are different, right? And of course, this paradigm is it's good, to have a diverse way to convince when we study. And then critical paradigm, I put it the example 2019, the urgency in implementing the accounting sustainability of the spiritual dimension in the sustainability of a company, right? 2019, published in the Journal of Accounting and Business Education. And then for the postmodernist paradigm, 2021, the business sustainability and pentable bottom line, building the hierarchical pyramid of the pentable bottom line, this is published the International Journal of Research and Business and Social Science, 2021. And then the last is spiritual paradigm, spiritual paradigm. It was 2020 with the title of a holistic concept of neuro income as a solutions of the tyranny bottom line in workplace. So make it easy that the example I put it when I was as a joint author, a joint author. Okay, there are 5 paradigms, on the business sustainability, and if this is only one, but for some more example, I put it differently, like positivist research paradigm. There are here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So possible to be replicated, possible to be replicated, this study. This is using positivist research paradigm. This is the business sustainability with positive paradigm, this one. And then this is postmodernist. So basically, it's not only just one example, many, right? But make it easy for you. I put it, this is as only one example, right? For positive, but for more on positivist, relevant to the sustainability, then I put it more here, positive research paradigm. So if you are now looking for some research in the context of sustainability or sustainability strategies, then you could see here as a reference, to see how then possible to be as your, for example, doctorate proposal or master thesis proposal, or possible also bachelor minor thesis, right? For minor thesis. So there are 5, with the title of this. So you may try to find the detail of the paper through here. It's very easy to download it. Okay. Postmodernist, right? Postmodernist paradigm. There are here, I put it 4. 2023 SDGs Kompas of Pupuk Indonesia Holding, right? Holding company, analyzing the performance sustainability report. International Journal of Accounting and Business Society. 2021 business sustainability and pentable bottom line, and then 2018 strategies to improve the sustainability in promoting transparency, accountability, and anti-corruption. This is an imaginary dialogue, published the International Accounting and Business Society. And then the last is sustaining sustainability report, modifying the bottom line. So all here are having bringing the word of sustainability. And then the spiritualist paradigm, So they are all having examples and possible to be replicated, right? So this is, I think, the last to you. And again, thank you to be as part of this international conference. As the last, this is an interpretivist research product. Okay, so basically all here are, here are, there are possible to be explored using a different paradigm: positivist, interpretive, critical, postmodernist, and spiritualist paradigm. Okay, then finally, I would like to say thank you joining my presentation, and again, I give it back to Dr. Kolis, please. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Prof. It's really wonderful and meaningful speech. Yeah, you have to explain us completely and in detail about sustainability and ESG.
Thank you.
Yeah, the keyword is eco, peace, and energy is the important role, has the important role on the sustainability strategies. In today's business, we don't just need to produce financial report, but also need to establish a report concerning the good corporate governance and sustainability reporting as well. Not only declare the financial position and health, but also good organizational governance and organizations' contribution in economic, social, and environmental aspects. Okay, thank you for the complete and detailed presentation. I'm sure that you still have some times till the end of the session, Prof. Do you think so?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Ya, thank you.
Yes, hadirin, Bapak Ibu sekalian, adik-adik, anak-anakku sekalian, simak baik-baik all the presentation. Please siapkan pertanyaan untuk sesi Q&A ya. Oke, thank you. And Bapak Ibu yang berbahagia, ladies and gentlemen, now we proceed to the seminar agenda, our main agenda. As I stated before, this presentation will be delivered by 4 speakers: Dr. Ruben Naif, GR, PhD, Dr. G.S. Kasminder, Dr. Pratana Sirsuk, and Dr. Alexander Guterres. And allow me to change the role as the moderator. Now we invite all the distinguished speakers. Welcome to ICOEMA. Thank you for having been ready for us. I have one note. For all the audiences during this session, please kindly prepare your questions. You can have it either directly after the session or directly right on the chat room. The committee will manage them for us. We will try to share the questions on the screen. Ya, Bapak Ibu sekalian, silahkan siapkan pertanyaan-pertanyaan untuk didiskusikan. Okay, and please, the question should be short, brief, and directly go to the point. Okay, as the moderator, I will guide the seminar for about 2 hours for 4 speakers, each speaker having about 30 minutes to present the material, and the rest time, we will have the Q&A session. First, okay, let me invite to have the first turn, Dr. Ruben G.R. Naif, PhD, the Dean of College of Business Administration, Adamson University, Manila, Philippines. The Framework of Sustainability Economic Development, the Philippines case. Please, Dr. Naif, time is yours.
I'm sorry, Dr. Ruben.
Dr. Ruben,
Mute.
Oh yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm asking to share, requesting to share my screen.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah, Dr.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Ruben.
Okay. A pleasant afternoon to the organizer of the International Conference of Economic Management and Accounting 2025, Economics and Business Faculty of Untag, Surabaya, distinguished guests, professors, faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant and warm afternoon from Manila, Philippines. This paper, entitled Framework of Sustainable Economic Development, the Philippine Case, simply shows the framework of sustainable economic development in the Philippines. Framework refers to the basis of analyzing sustainable economic development in the Philippine context. This framework was analyzed using the key elements, components, and key aspects of sustainable economic development. The key elements was then used to further analyze the framework. As we all know, the common framework for sustainability is the SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals. Aside from this paper incorporates the Philippine Development Plan. These two documents were the basis of the study aside from other scholarly work. So let me give you the outline of my presentation. So I'll be defining the concept of sustainable economic development for our discussion. And then second, I'll give the key concepts of sustainable economic development in the Philippine context. And then framework of Philippine Sustainable Economic Development using the two documents, the Sustainable Development Goals. Yes. From 2015 to 2030, and the Philippine Development Plan from 2023 to 2028. And then after that, I'll do some nexus analysis, intersection and relationship of SDG and the Philippine Development Plan, and then the concluding part. Next slide, please. So when we say sustainable development in the Philippine context, it refers to a holistic approach that aims to foster economic growth while ensuring that resources are utilized in a way that meets the needs of present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. In short, if we look at it, it is a comprehensive and balanced approach to economic growth. It emphasizes the importance of not just increasing wealth and improving standards of living, but doing so in a way that is environmentally responsible and socially inclusive. Here's a clear breakdown of the concept based on that statement. Next slide, please. So this means referring to strategies and actions that promote economic progress while preserving natural resources, protecting the environment, and ensuring social well-being both now and for future generations. So the key aspects or key components or key elements of sustainable economic development are as follows. I will discuss this one by one later. So just to give you a picture of the key aspects are as follows: environmental sustainability, social equity, economic viability, sustainable agriculture and food security, infrastructure development, education and capacity building, policy framework, partnerships and collaboration, and lastly is cultural considerations. Next slide. Okay. Now for environmental sustainability, it consists of two areas, the resource management and the climate change adaptation. When we talk of resource management, this is responsible management and conservation of natural resources like biodiversity, forests, and marine ecosystems. As to the climate change adaptation, given the country's vulnerability to climate change, such as typhoons, flooding, rising sea levels, sustainable development strategies in the Philippines involve adapting infrastructure, agriculture, and urban planning to mitigate risk and enhance resilience. Next slide, please. As to the key aspects in terms of social equity, this is explained by inclusive growth and empowerment of local communities. Here, under inclusive growth, economic development should benefit all sectors of the community, especially the marginalized and underserved members of the society. This could involve policies that job creation, fair wages, and access to education and health care. As to empowerment of local communities, participation of the local community in decision-making processes related to development and resource management ensures that their needs and rights are considered, leading to more equitable outcomes. Next slide. To economic viability, there are two discussions under economic viability: diversification of the economy and the support for small, medium, and enterprises. I think there is a term here that we need to define as to resilience. When we say resilience, this is the ability of a system, community, or economy to bounce back or adapt in the face of challenges like natural disasters, climate change, or economic crisis. When we say reducing resilience, it means weakening that ability to recover or adapt. When resilience is reduced, it becomes harder for a community, economy, or environment to cope with the shocks. Okay. So diversification of the economy is basically that reducing resilience on the traditional sectors like agriculture and mining, and promoting diverse industries like technology, services, and tourism, which can create more stable and resilient economic growth. As to support for SMEs under economic viability, encouraging entrepreneurship and providing support to SMEs can drive job creation, innovation, and local economic development. Next slide. The fourth key aspect is sustainable agriculture and food security. This one has something to do with implementing sustainable agricultural practices that can improve food security while protecting land and water resources, such as organic farming, agroforestry, and integrated pest management, which contribute to a more resilient food system. In addition, the sustainable agriculture practices are farming methods that aim to produce food in a way that is good for the environment, safe for food, people, and beneficial for farmers. These practices protect natural resources like soil, water, biodiversity, which also ensuring farmers can continue to grow crops and raise animals without harming the land or future harvests. Next slide, please. In the infrastructure development, investing in sustainable infrastructure such as clean energy sources like solar, wind, and hydroelectric, efficient public transportation, and sustainable urban planning is essential for promoting long-term economic growth while minimizing environmental impact. When we say sustainable infrastructure, it refers to buildings, roads, bridges, energy systems, water supply, and other public works that are designed, built, and operated in a way that protects the environment, supports economic development, improves quality of life, uses resources efficiently, and is resilient to climate change and disasters. Next slide, please. The education and capacity building, this is enhancing education and skills training programs, ensures that the workforce is equipped for the demands of sustainable economy. This includes promoting green skills and awareness about sustainable practices in various sectors. The green skills, moreover, are the knowledge, abilities, and values people need to support a sustainable and environmentally friendly future in any kind of job. These skills help individuals protect the environment, use resources efficiently, and adapt to green technologies and practices. While green awareness means being conscious of environmental issues and understanding how our actions at work, school, or home affect the planet. Next slide. The policy framework, these are strong government policies and regulations that prioritize sustainability are crucial. This includes enforcement of environmental laws, incentives for sustainable business practices, and integration of sustainability into national and local development. And lastly, for number 8, partnerships and collaboration. Collaboration among government, private sector, civil society, and international organizations can drive sustainable initiatives. Multi-stakeholder partnerships can facilitate knowledge sharing, resource mobilization, and shared accountability. Next slide. So there is another one, the cultural considerations, recognizing and respecting indigenous cultures and practices can contribute to sustainable development. Indigenous knowledge systems often contain valuable insights on biodiversity conservation and resource management. So these are all the key aspects of sustainable economic development. Now, this is now the meat of the paper, the framework of Philippine sustainable economic development. As I mentioned, I used the two documents to further analyze the framework of Philippine sustainable economic development. First is the SDG, or the Sustainable Development Goals, and the Philippine Development Plan. As we all know, I think this is a common knowledge, established by United Nations, the SDG, in 2015, which is consists of 15 global goals aimed at addressing urgent social, economic, and environmental challenges of 2030 by 2030. So that's a few years from now. The goals range from eradicating poverty and ensuring gender equality to promote sustainable economic growth, combating climate change, and fostering peaceful society. On the other document, I use the Philippine Development Plan. Every time we have a new administration, there is this called PDP, or the Philippine Development Plan. So this is from 2023 to 2028. This Philippine Development Plan serves as the government's blueprint for the country's socio-economic development. The 2023 to 2028 plan builds upon previous plans and aligns its objectives with the SDGs, demonstrating the Philippine government commitment to achieving global goals. Each key area of the PDP supports various city SDGs, ensuring that the national policies contribute to international sustainability efforts. Okay, next slide. So this is now the main analysis looking at the intersection and relationship of SDG and the PDP, which is 2023 to 2028 and SDG 2015 to 2030. Number one is the inclusive economic growth. Both frameworks emphasize inclusive economic growth. So meaning this is common. The PDP aims to reduce poverty and promote socio-economic opportunities for all, particularly the poor and marginalized, which aligns with SDG 1, which is the no poverty, and SDG 10, reduce inequalities. And the second discussion is about sustainable resource management. Sustainable economic development, as promoted through the PDP, focuses on the responsible use of natural resources, addressing environmental degradation and promoting conservation efforts. This aligns with SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, and SDG 13, the climate action. Next slide. The third one is environmental stewardship. The Philippine Development Plan recognizes the importance of environmental sustainability. It aims to integrate climate resilience into infrastructure and community planning directly, supporting SDG 11, which is the sustainable cities and communities, and SDG 15, which is the life of land. And fourth, the human capital development The Philippine Development Plan prioritizes education and skill development, aiming to enhance the human capital of Filipinos. This contributes to SDG 4, or the quality education, and is essential for fostering a workforce that can thrive in a sustainable economy. Next slide. Number 5, gender equality and empowerment. Gender equality is a significant focus of the Philippine Development Plan. It aims to empower women economically, which is closely related to SDG 5, which is gender equality. This can lead to a more inclusive and sustainable economic development. 6, partnership and collaboration. Achieving both SDGs and the PDPs, or the Philippine Development Plan, goals requires collaborative efforts between government entities, private sectors, and civil society organizations. The PDP encourages partnerships that can drive sustainable initiatives in line with SDG 17, which is the partnership for the goals. Next slide. Resilience to climate change. The PDP emphasizes adaptation and resilience as a key components of sustainable development, directly addressing the impacts of climate change outlined in several SDGs. This is particularly relevant in a country vulnerable to natural disasters. 8, monitoring and evaluation to ensure accountability and progress. The Philippine Development Plan incorporations. The PDP incorporates a mechanism for monitoring and evaluation, which can also be used to track progress toward SDG. This ensures that the strategies are effective and that adjustments can be made as needed. Next slide. In conclusion, sustainable economic development in the Philippines requires a multifaceted approach that balances economic growth with environmental protection and social inclusivity. The country's unique challenges and opportunities necessitate tailored strategies that prioritize sustainability for future generations. The alignment between the Sustainable Development Goals and the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028 represents a comprehensive approach to sustainable economic development in the Philippines. Next slide. By integrating these frameworks, the Philippine government aims to build a more equitable, resilient, and sustainable economy that addresses the needs of its citizens while protecting the environment. This synergy is crucial for tackling the complex challenges that the country faces. It strives for sustainable development in a rapidly changing world. Thank you, and mabuhay from the Philippines.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ren. Sawadee Kap. Yeah. Yes, Dr. Ruben, that's the first. And next, we will have the second speaker, Dr. G.S. Kasminder, the Associate Professor, the Head of Postgraduate and Professional Studies, Faculty of Business and Management, University Teknologi Mara, Malaysia. His title is ESG, Misconception and Mitigation Strategies. Yes, please, Dr. Kasminder, time is yours.
Dr. Hollis, can you see my slides? Is it clear?
Yeah, okay, we can see it clearly.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Hollis, for the what they call that wonderful handling of the session. I think everything is going on so smoothly so far, and we are all quite entertained with the sessions and everything that is being shared so far. So what I will be doing here is that rather than diving into so much into detail, looking into sustainable development, I think I just have some misconceptions and mitigation strategies, from aspect of ESG to be shared. Because what I have seen is that, over time, doing my research in the area of sustainability, because my area itself is environmental economics, I have actually realized that there are certain areas and aspects and misconceptions that we as researchers and also the audience out there need to be very, very clear with, okay, in order for us to move further and dive into the era of sustainability. And we are also, everyone pretty much aware that when we are speaking about what we call this sustainability, what we see is that there are a lot of changes taking place, especially from the global context with the Trump's administration. And also we can see that, whatever that is taking place in the Middle East or, even in the European Union, we can see that this is going to bring about profound changes, that we would be experiencing in terms of sustainable development, So while going through all this journey and looking into all these changes that is taking place, it becomes quite essential, for us to look into all these aspects. So what I'll be doing is that, okay, I'll be looking into firstly, okay, the misconceptions, and secondly, what are the strategies, that is required in order for us to implement. So the first one, let's look into what is this ESG integration, especially in terms of risk management, So we can see that ESG factors are not just, what they call these factors, but they are actually critical drivers, that we require in terms of, overcoming business risk and also identifying opportunities and in the recognition, as how the economy is growing. So in that light, what we can see is that organization must effectively identify, and manage ESG-related risk to safeguard, especially the reputations, reduce operational risk, and also ensure long-term sustainability. So in this case here, if we look into integrating ESG, so we can see that ESG considerations, especially into risk and management practices, can help organizations proactively address potential risk and also seize opportunities associated in transitioning to a more sustainable and responsible business models. I think eventually that's what we are looking into. We want to ensure that the business models, especially from any aspects or models that we're looking into, we have to ensure that it embeds sustainability, right? So over time, okay, what has happened is that, okay, in reporting ESG, we have seen there are many competitive frameworks, because this becomes very important frameworks, in order for us to actually evaluate our ESG. So I think most of us would be very aware, right, of all these what they reporting frameworks that are available, especially in terms of GRI, in terms of carbon disclosure projects, in terms of sustainability accounting standard board, in terms of task force on climate related disclosure, in terms of United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, in terms of United Nations, and also international sustainability standard boards. And what we have seen is that I think lately, okay, the development that has taken place and we are all being exposed to would be the international financial reporting standards, And what they have done is that I think this is going to be the new way and the new reportings, that most of us are going to take in charge. And especially if we look into Untag per se, I think we have known that, it comes out in terms of finance and also accounting. So probably these are the aspects that we have to be pretty much very aware about, And I think this would be the two highlights, which will be the IFRS 1 and IFRS 2. So where we can see the IFRS 2 would be actually now taking into consideration the climate-related disclosures. So we would be looking into reporting standards, which is a bit more strategic, which is a bit more in-depth, in terms of reporting. But however, what we see is that, okay, we see especially some challenges, okay, especially in identifying and highlighting, okay, and also projecting the concept of materiality, especially when it comes to ESG. We can see that most of us, are not actually having a very clear idea, okay, and that's where the misconception is coming in. So just to shed some light, I would like to actually share about the concept of materiality in ESG. So materiality is a concept that defines why and how certain issues are important for a company or a business. So I think that's where the large chunk of when we talk about reporting, it would be the materiality assessment. So materiality issues can majoritarily impact a company's, as we know, financial, economic, and also reputational from various aspects, especially legals and its system of internal and external stakeholders. So when we talk about materiality here, right, we have two perspectives of materiality. Okay, the first perspective concerns the external impact on organization activities has on the environmental and society. And the second one is the actual or potential impact of climate change risk on organizational business and performance. So we are looking into both, which are going to be internal and external. But what we see actually that I would want to highlight in depth in my today's sharing session would be here, okay, especially when we look into the challenges in conducting materiality assessment. I think this is one of the biggest challenges where actually it hinders, okay, in order for us to ensure that our ESG reporting and our ESG strategies are online. Yeah, so what I would like to do today is that I would like to share some of these challenges that we are actually experiencing. Yeah. So the first challenge I would say is that understanding the concept of materiality per se. Okay, so we can see many of us, many researchers, or it can be even many government entities or organizations, are very confused, especially about the concept about materiality. Yeah, they don't have actually a very clear understanding and definition of materiality. So what I found, over the years in terms of the research and readings is that we have to actually firstly find a very big solution. Yeah, especially first define materiality clearly, okay, for the company's risk, highlight its financial impact, okay, especially towards its stakeholders' relevance, and also its operational risk. So I think this is what we have to do. Yeah, we have to have a very clear basis understanding of what do we mean by materiality assessment over here. Okay, and secondly, right, we see that the challenges is in engaging the right stakeholders. Because you see, organizations, if it's going to be too small, it becomes very difficult, the organizations to operate within the internal sphere. Or if the organizations are going to be too large, the organization also actually suffers from challenges where it becomes very difficult for the organizations to identify. It becomes very hard to reach and engage a diverse group of stakeholders. So we encourage, for those kind of organization, they have to use multiple methods. For example, surveys, interviews, focus group, what they call this, discussions, ensure accessibility and provide translations, if needed. So we can see that the methods, the access, or the what we call this, the medium that we use to assess all this information has to be very diverse and very large. Next, what else, right? We see is that, okay, balancing stakeholders' concerns. So we know that when we talk about stakeholders, stakeholders are diverse. They come with different problems and different issues. So the challenges is, okay, difficult to prioritize different stakeholders' view. Which are the views that we actually need to put forward first? So the solution is that what organizations or what they call this systems or institutes need to do is that they have to use rating systems, based on impact. So we need to, prioritize and put whichever, what they call that, concerns are priority. So what organizations have to do, they have to be pretty transparent, okay, about how decisions are being made, in the organization. So that would be the second challenge, balancing stakeholder concerns. So moving forward, okay, we can see is that when it comes to materiality assessment, it's again about collecting quality data, because when we talk about data, when we talk about gathering information, it's always time consuming. Okay, and another aspect that hinders quality is in terms of the accuracy of the ESG data that is collected. So many research, many past studies have actually encouraged that they need to set clear data protocols. We need to know exactly what are the data that we are actually collecting. So in order to do so, what we have to do is that we have to use a mix of internal resources, external reports, and also stakeholder inputs. And what we also have to do, rightfully, is that to verify the data, that we are actually particularly using. So these concepts have to be very, very clear at the forefront. And what else we can see is there's missing data and volume. There is too much data, okay, which actually can be overwhelming for the organizations. So in order for us to ensure, right, for organizations that we provide the data that is, really relevant and necessary in the context of the industry or in context of suggesting strategies, then what organizations has to do is that they have to focus on the most relevant issues. They need to use visuals like materiality metrics or, simplifying complex information. So this becomes very, very important. And Another aspect that we see that the organization suffers from is getting the internal buy-ins, yeah, because there are so many things that they would want to assess. So it becomes very hard to align all the departments, yeah, because the departments are huge. So the solution is involve all functions in early stage, yeah. So need to show how ESG benefits their work and also their company goals. So what we have to do is that we have to put it up front, okay, on how ESG actually can assist and encourage or also help all the organizations and also departments. Okay. And another aspect, yeah, that we see would be a challenge is that linking to strategy. So we can see that materiality findings don't only always translate into action. Yeah. So what we have to do is that we have to show how key issues connect to ESG goals and create a clear action plan with timelines. Yeah. So everything has to be broken into chunks, and everything should be lined very clearly so that everyone is very, very clear about it. Yeah. And at the same time, okay, as there is multiple issues and challenges, it also becomes difficult, okay, in terms of keeping it updated. So ESG issues evolve over time. So if we see, we concurrently don't only deal with the same issues, we deal with multiple issues. You have various issues and these issues are evolving. So what we have to do is that, okay, a solution to this would be we need to review the materiality assessment every 2 to 3 years. So that what we do is that we stay at the top of our game, especially when we are reporting all this materiality. And we also can see another aspect is that when we talk about this materiality assessment, the communication has to be very, very clear. Yeah. So the ESG efforts often lack clear communication, especially between the stakeholders and various channels. So what the organizations has to do is that they have to use different channels at the same time to keep stakeholders very, very informed, be transparent, and also be open to feedback. Yeah. And we can see, okay, the last I would say an aspect of materiality that need to be also be very, very would be direct and vigilant would be the showing of progress. Yeah. So we can see that what stakeholders want to do is that they want to see proof of improvement. Yeah. We can't be saying that we are doing A, B, and C. So what we have to do is that we need to set measurable goals. Yeah. For each issues, track and report progress regularly, and also include wins and challenges. Yeah. So all these aspects, yeah, has to be actually put forward very, very clearly, because only then, okay, if all these materiality assessments are done very clearly and very transformed, only then we can actually, okay, assess the critical aspects of the environmental risk. So talking about the critical aspects, yeah, what I would want to highlight here is that, okay, I will not dive so much into detail. We can see is that what is the global environmental problem, yeah? We have talked about, I think these are the common issues that are discussed when we talk about ESG per se here, yeah, which is rise in global temperature, ocean acidification, melting of ice caps and glaciers, extreme weather conditions, loss of biodiversity, health impacts, and lastly, which is social justice and equity. So I think as our topic that I'm sharing today is focusing on misconception, what I would like to do is that I would like to again shed a bit of light when we talk about social justice and equity. Yeah. What we have seen is here, right? When we talk about social justice and equity, what do we mean here? Yeah. So technically, what we know is that climate change is disproportionately affecting vulnerable population. Yeah, everyone is experiencing, we would say, the challenges, okay, or effect very differently. Yeah, let me just share for an example. Would be, for example, low-income communities and indigenous people exacerbate existing inequalities. Yeah, these are the people who actually suffer more. Yeah, so what we have to do is that, right, we need to really understand if we are going to report the social justice and equity aspect of ESG, then we have to be very clear. What do we mean by the aspect of social of ESG? Yeah. So the social aspect examines how a company manages relationship with employees, customers, suppliers, and communities. Yeah. And the key issues, yeah, that I think we have to concurrently report includes employee rights, diversity and inclusion, health and safety, labor practices, community engagement, and also human rights. Okay, and of course, the list will be, you know, exhaustive. And at the same time, the social criteria, yeah, that we use to evaluate how companies foster positive relationship and contribute to the society. Now, what is happening is that, yeah, when reporting all these things, there is a misconception. Yeah, what we see is that many SME believe that any community focus or philanthropic activity qualify as a social contribution of ESG. No, it doesn't highlight that aspect of ESG. However, practical ESG activities in the social category should be strategically aligned to benefit the society and the organization, support long-term profitability, enhance brand value, and build stakeholder trust. It should be for the organization per se. Yeah. So this misconception need to be very, very clear. Yeah. So when we talk about ESG, yeah, from the social and equity aspect, all the organization has to remember that it's not just about general charity or unsystematic donations. It's about creating shared value. Yeah, when we talk about organization, they are activities that address social issues in a way, yeah, in ways that directly tied to business objective, building positive relationship with employees, customers, suppliers, and also the communities that the businesses are relying on. Yeah, so the potential to impact the organization's brand. Yeah, so whatever what we call this, the reporting or even the materiality assessment should be leading into the potential impact which has on the organization's brand, employee engagement, or customer loyalty, including ultimately contributing to future financial performance. So that has to be, we would say, the focus. Yeah. So in terms of practical example, sharing over here when we talk about social justice here, yeah, or we talk about the social aspect of ESG, employee well-being and development, right? For example, investing in employee wellness program, training, and skill development can increase productivity and reduce turnover, right? So when SMEs offer relevant training or support work-life balance, they enhance employee satisfaction and create a more resilient, skill, and loyal workforce. Yeah. And then the next would be the stability, right? This stability can help SMEs, okay, reduce hiring costs and maintain a high quality team, directly impacting operational efficiency and profitability, right? Let me just share another practical example would be community engagement linked to core business, right? So rather than general charity, SMEs might focus on community projects that align with their business operations. For instance, right, a SME in the food industry might support local agriculture training programs and benefit the local farmers. Yeah, now that would be more of a social aspect of it. Now, this builds goodwill within the community, ensures a reliable source of high quality materials, and supports the brand image as a responsible business. And lastly, this investment in the local supply chain can lead to stronger supplier relationships, and also potentially lower supply costs. Yeah, so these are the aspects that we can look into. Now, just to share a bit more, right, I would like to highlight, okay, what are some issues, when we talk about all these social and equity aspects of ESG. Yeah, so I think one of the issue is when we talk about the social aspect, it's very hard to measure, okay, because social justice is qualitative, not easily reduced to numbers. So therefore, there is no standard way to measure things like inclusivity, fairness, or systemic equality, right? So these are, I think, areas that we researchers need to look into in detail and see how we can assist, right, in ensuring that the social aspect is actually measured. Next, there are no clear standards. Yeah, we can see the global ESG standards are actually varying. What's fair in one place may not be in another. Okay, because we don't have the very standards in right place. So therefore, some people might be finding it, okay, the standards that we have set might be fair to them, but to another community, it might be, least favorable to them. Okay, at the same time, there is lack of uniform definitions for equity-related goals. And we also see that there is huge potential, especially in terms of missing data. Companies often don't collect or share wage equity data, community impacts, diversity beyond surface level metrics, voice of affected communities, okay, which are often absent. So these are the aspects that we have to include, especially when we are looking into ESG. So all these strategies has to be developed at the organization level so that we can involve them. And we can also see, okay, there are a lot of conflicts and complexities. Yeah. So social equity can challenge profit goals. It's easier to report, okay, on carbon than on power dynamics of workers' rights. Real equity work requires long-term commitment, not just PR, right? So these are actually real challenges, yeah, that are taking place. So what I would like to emphasize here would be effective social initiative in ESG reporting should be international, measurable, tied to goals, creating shared values and foundation for sustainable business access, right? So I just would like to end my presentation, okay, in saying that, okay, if the organizations would want to set right strategies, okay, in terms of their environment, okay, they have to ensure that when assessing the environmental risk, they need to clear the misconception. The first misconception would be, as I've shared earlier, which is on the materiality assessment. And secondly, okay, the misconception or the ideas or the strategies that the firm need to embed would be when they are reporting the social and equity aspect of the ESG. Yeah. So these two aspects need to be, given more light, especially when we are moving towards sustainable development, because we feel that as the global economy is changing, as the trends are evolving, these are going to be some of the challenges that need to be, given more attention by scholars, by governments, by institutions, and any relevant entities that are very important, yeah, especially in the ESG ecosystem as a whole. Yeah. So thank you very much. That's all for my presentation. Back to you, Dr. Hollis.
Oke, thank you very much, Dr. Kasminder. Baik, jadi kalau Dr. Ruben tadi bicara tentang what is that? Sustainability economic development in the Philippine context, ya. Jadi inginnya ada keseimbangan antara the economic growth and the future generations need. Jadi meningkatkan economic growth tapi tidak merusak ekosistem, tidak merusak sumber daya yang ada untuk future generation. Itu yang disampaikan oleh Dr. Ruben tadi. So the key is meeting the needs of present while carrying the ability or the needs for future generation. And one important thing from Dr. Kasminder is about the misconception. Ada miskonsepsi antara kegiatan-kegiatan yang terkait dengan ISG. Sepertinya kegiatannya itu kegiatan ISG tapi ternyata bukan. Itu. Many SMEs believe that any community focus or philanthropic activity qualifies as a social contribution to ESG. Ya, sepertinya itu seperti donasi, charity dan sebagainya. Sepertinya itu kegiatan ISG tapi ternyata bukan. Kenapa dikatakan bukan? Disitulah letak misconception-nya. Itu satu hal yang menarik dari yang disampaikan oleh Dr. Kasminder. Okay, we have already some questions from the audiences, but we will continue the third and fourth speaker. The third speaker is Dr. Pratana Srisuk, Executive Director for Academics and International Student Services, Thai Global Business Administration and Technological College. Sustainability Economic Management Accounting Strategic on Development. That is the theme of her presentation. So please, Dr. Pratana Srisuk, it's now your time.
Okay, good afternoon again, everybody. I'm very honored to be invited to share on the topics of sustainability, economics, management, accounting, strategy on development. These are my agenda. Next one. Okay. These are my agenda for sustainable economic development as a definition, but I think that all of us can know well. I only revised the second subtopic is sustainable economic goals. The third is sustainable economic development strategies. The fourth, sufficiency economic philosophy for sustainable economic development. And the fifth is creative economics. The sixth is Thai soft power. And the last one is human capital. I will emphasize on the family sustainable economic development and also local community development. First, I will revise again for sustainable economic development. Sustainable economic development is a strategy that aims to balance economic growth with environmental protection and social equity. It involves using natural resources responsibility, ensuring long-term economic viability, and promoting social well-being for current and future generations. For the example of resources efficiency, it means using resources wisely and minimizing waste in areas like water, transportation, energy, and materials. And for the example of economic viability, it means creating jobs, generating incomes, and fostering innovation while considering the long-term financial health of a region or business. In conclusion, the economy should be developed in balance by integration, society, environment, and economics as a holistic development. It should be recognized between the needs of the present generation and the future generation to meet their own needs in balance. Next is sustainable economic development goals. Actually, by the United Nations, there are 17 sustainable economic development goals, but I would like to focus only the three main of the sustainable economic developments, and these are from now as the case study of the sustainable economic development in Thailand. First, I think that the very important is no poverty and zero hunger. Every country needs no poverty and zero hunger for their people. It means that end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition by promoting sustainable agriculture, environment, climate, and forests. And the important second is decent work and economic growth. It means creating jobs while not harming the environment, protect labor rights, stop child labor, promoting entrepreneurship and innovations, and all the job. The workers must feel value, security, and freedom to work with their opinions. The third, The third is family and local economic development. I emphasize on household debts, local wisdom, and creative economics because household debts especially in Thailand, we found that a lot of families still have the debt. So the government should support to get rid of or eliminate the family debt by develop local wisdom and creative economics. For the sustainable development strategy, I emphasize on education first because human being is very important to be developed. if any countries can develop the human being well, so it means that the good economics of the country will come stronger. So education is very important and best for development. People in all levels should have the opportunity to get education, especially people who stay in remote area of the country. The second, it shows no limitation of gender, both male and female can get equal education. And education management must be respond to the community and locality. It means that learners can create jobs and income, especially nowadays. Sorry, only the knowledge cannot help the learners can perform their job well and they can perform for their living lives well. So when they study in educational system, the curriculum should emphasize on learning by doing. This will bring to lifelong learning. So nowadays, education in Thailand, we promote lifelong learning for people. It means that when they graduate from educational system, they can love to learn anytime, anywhere until it's life for long learning. Students must be develop different skills to ready for job in working markets and international markets. The second sustainable economic development strategy is we emphasize on local economy development to create the job and income. In Thailand, we are fruitful of local wisdom and identity culture, so those can be developed to creative economic to meet the standard norm of customer satisfaction. This is the example of we apply local wisdom to economic development, and this product can nowadays can become the outstanding of each region, and it can bring high income for local community. This is also the local wisdom. This is also about Thai desserts by local wisdom. So, the third is for family economic development. So first, every family should know how manage their budgets by learning about the accounting, and also they can manage their income and expenses. The next is we develop creative economies. As John Hawkins said, Father John Hawkins, who is the father of creative economy, said, how people make money from idea. From a small idea can create a masterpiece property by using wisdom and innovative for their products for the big income. In Thailand also we have cultures, especially diversity culture and intellectual property. So we can integrate this as a knowledge, wisdom, and education by plus with technology to become the innovative products. Also, I would like to share with you is Thai soft power. Thai government classify Thai soft power into 5 F. First, food, Second, film. Third, fashion. Fourth, fighting. And five, in festival. So these 5 F become important role to get the income and create the productivity in Thailand. Next. So I would like to share you about Thai soft power. Soft power means the power of creativity to build the economy. So the soft power has 3 characteristics. First, charming. The second, attracting. And the third, interesting. Soft power is the ability to make others want and accept what you want. It is the ability to attract the desires of our willingly. This is the example of Thai soft power. Is from creativity from Thai soft power. Actually, it's come from the sufficiency economy philosophy. The sufficiency economy philosophy is a philosophy conceived and developed by His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej of Thailand over 60 years ago. The goal is to create balance and stable development at all levels, from individual, family, and community to society and nation. There are 3 main points for this philosophy. First, moderation. Moderation is mean not too much and not too little. For example, if you have 100 Thai baht, how much you can use your money and you is not harm for your life will not be in trouble from your using your budget by your individual or by your family. The second, reasonable use means using academic approach, legal principles, and moral values and society norms with the good reason. The third is prudence or self-immunity is the ability to control and discipline oneself by the use of reason or use your life carefully. From the 3 main points, you can apply with knowledge and virtue, and also integrate with culture, social, environment, economics to be the balance and sustainable of well-being. Thanks. And one of example for sufficiency economy is community enterprise. Community enterprise is the people in the community gather together to make income for their self-reliance and family in the community, such as they can create the SME or entrepreneur for their income, and they can gather for community funds. Funds in here not only mean for money, but they can gather together to create culture, local wisdom, creatively for self-reliance. So sufficiency economy strategies is to first enhance and develop the potential of human capital. The second, ensure justice and reduce social disparities. Third, strengthen the economy and enhance competitiveness on sustainable basis. Fourth, promote green growth for sustainable development. Fifth, bring about national stability for national development towards prosperity and sustainability. And the last one is to enhance the efficiency of public sector management and promote good governance. This is also the efficient of the example of sufficiency economy development such as mass farmer. Before, the farmer in Thailand has no knowledge enough. They did not know how to use the high technology to manage their field, but now they can learn more how to use their high technology to manage their field, and they can know how to make their account for their budgets. This is also the example of sufficient economy. So all these developments, we must care of human capital, because as I said, human capital is the best resources of sustainable economic development. So the economic value of a worker, experience and skills are very important. The term of human capital refers to the economic value of a worker's experience and skills. Human capital includes assets like education, training, intelligence, skills, health, ethics, and other things. Employer values such as loyalty and punctuality. So these are the skills that human beings should be trained for their ready job and for their develop sustainable economic development, such as communication skill, education, technical skill, creativity, experience, problem solving skill, mental care, and personal realized. Okay, thank you so much for your kind attention.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Pratana Srisuk. Ya, yes, kalau Dr. Ruben berbicara tentang Filipina, strategi di Filipina, so Dr. Pratana is talking about the strategies in Thailand. For the three aspects: education, local economy development, and family economic development. Ada tiga hal, ada tiga strategi, tiga aspek strategi yang diterapkan di Thailand. Ada term-term yang menarik tadi, yaitu Thai soft power and smart farmer. Ya, mungkin bisa didiskusikan next tentang bagaimana strategi tentang ESG ini diterapkan di Thailand. Okay, so now we can get the final turn. It is for the final speaker, the fourth speaker, Dr. Alexander de Souza Guterres. He is talking about the analysis of entrepreneurship incubation model in a region. Examine how the entrepreneurship incubation model can be applied in cross-border areas. Yes, Dr. Alex, so it's your time now. Please take your time. Bisa? Kenapa?
Dr. Alex?
Ya, Dr. Alex? Okay.
Your voice is small. Your voice is small, Dr. Alex.
We cannot hear your voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bisa mendengarkan Ibu Polis?
We still cannot hear you. Yeah, so this is your slide. Ya, sudah. Oke, good.
Okay, good. Thank you, thank you.
Sorry
Oke,
karena
dokter.
di sini ada gangguan teknis.
Slide itu Pak, sing
Oke.
pertama Pak. Oh, introduction itu langsung.
Thank you to moderator for the time given. I would also like to say good afternoon and respect to the conference chairman with the team, keynote speaker, and the audience who participate in this conference. My name is Dr. Alexander Souza Guterres, and now I'm a lecturer in Universidad de La Paz Unpas di Timor-Leste. And today I'm going to talk about a topic that not only timely but also critical the economic development in region. They often go unnoticed entrepreneurship in border areas. The title of my presentation is Analysis of Entrepreneurship Incubation Model in a Border Region in Timor-Leste. Maybe I'm the last speaker for this presentation. Maybe I'm a little summarize this article. Introduction. Let me start with the first slide of introduction. In the slide, I want to provide you with some background on how entrepreneurship can be nurtured in border region like the one between Timor-Leste and Indonesian areas that face unique challenges but also hold great potential for innovation and cross-border cooperation. You can also see the key point in this slide. The economic stability of a country is supported by MSMEs, micro, small, and medium enterprises. Border regions tend to be isolated with limited access, yet they possess great potential. Cross-border entrepreneurship incubation is needed to develop this potential and promote the welfare of border communities. In border area, entrepreneurship incubation activities are not well developed by the private sector due to monopoly profit margins. The name of the area border in Indonesia between Timor-Leste is Mota Ain and Wini, serve as the main entry point. This region shares similar social economic characteristic. Incubation is needed to ensure equitable development. Based on the point above, it can conclude that in general, area in Timor-Leste are still in development stage, including development of small business such as MSMEs, including border areas. The development of MSMEs is still very slow, influenced by the low interest of entrepreneurs in expanding their business in the region, including border areas, so that entrepreneurial incubation activities are needed to encourage the regional economies. Problem formulation and objective. Still problem. This slide. Come back to problem formulation and objective. Okay. In this slide, I want to give you a better understanding and the need for tailored incubation model in Timor-Leste border region. While entrepreneurship has great potential in border areas, if often faces unique and complex challenges, this slide outlines the specific problem we are addressing and what this research aims to achieve. The first, what is the right incubation model in cross-border areas? Objective of this article to analyze and review the appropriate incubation model. Next. Literature review. To build a strong foundation for this study, it is essential to review exciting literature on entrepreneurship incubation, especially in border and developing region. This lecture review explore key concepts and preview study that inform the development of incubation model in similar social economic context. You can see in this slide for the key point like In this research from the author Umunga Kaber 2018 explained the type of business run by MSMEs in border areas are very limited, but the business are very promising, including TP of the trading business, TP of the service business, transportation, culinary business, tourism. In its implementation, the business incubator model can be two categories of the Ministry of State of Cooperative and Small and Medium Enterprise of Republic Indonesia. They have two categories, namely in-wall and out-wall. In-wall is incubation by means of small entrepreneurship who are being fostered in one building. Out-wall is incubation by means of small entrepreneur of prospective new entrepreneur who are being fostered are not placed in one building or area managed by the business incubator management team. Research method. The section outlined the research design, data collection method, and analysis technique used to examine the incubation model in Timor-Leste border context. Approach, descriptive qualitative, technique, literature review, source, scientific journal. Next. Research result. The following results provide insight into the challenge, opportunity, and gaps, identify the entrepreneurial landscape of the Timor-Leste between Indonesia border. In his research, Abida Baki 2020 explained the result of this research. Based on the analysis that has been carried out, the result of the business model recommendation have been made as the basis for designing the electronic incubator or a incubator system based on the triple helix concept. In his research, Orsi Damoti Nabila Firmansyah 2023 explained the result of his research, the stage of the startup model, development process at the Business Incubation Center at the Regional Innovation Research Agency or BRIDA of West Nusa Tenggara consists of pre-incubation stage, incubation stage, and post-incubation stage. In this research from Marzam Hazan 2020, presented the result of the study that the business incubator with the outwell concept is the right model to be developed in order to increase the capacity of the food-based MSME product and entrepreneurs in Gorontalo Regency. In his research, another one author, Subarjo Ramawati 2022 explained the result of the study that MSME are the most important pillar in economic development in Indonesia. This can be seen from the large number and contribution to GDP, labor absorption, and investment. Next. And another research from Swatna, and the last is from Cora. Maybe I will read from Cora 2014. Describe the result of the study, that problem and obstacle faced by the community in study village and evaluation of program and activity in business development. Then a rural incubator model based on the area was formulated so the synergy of big. The mining is business, intellectual, and government in order to create new entrepreneur in Malang Regency. And another author from the result of the research, Abida Baki Persada 2020, proposed triple helix. The conclusion to conclude the research has identified both the challenge faced by border entrepreneur and opportunity for implementing a context-specific incubation model. The first, in the research, Abida Baki Persada, from the research have proposed the model of triple helix incubation model that can be applied to SMA, business with stage of system design development. There are 22 use cases with 7 main use cases, namely system management, airline management, eco chain management, investment management, auction management, event notification management, and community group management, so that incubator version 1.0 has been built. In the receipts from Ordimardoti Nabila Firmansyah 2023 proposed a star model incubation model in West Nusa Tenggara consistent of pre-incubation stage, incubation stage, and post-incubation stage in starting a business development. In the research from Marjan Hassan 2020 proposed a business incubator model with the outwall concept. In this research, Subarjo Ramawati 2022 proposed a collaborative strategic incubation model for development MSMA business by involving the government, cooperative, and MSMAIs. And from the another authors, Watna Santoso Nangono Wibowo 2018 proposed a green entrepreneurship incubator model based on the three dimensions of incubation, namely the green entrepreneurship dimension, the green institutional dimension, and the green business dimension. And the last, in his research, Koro 2014 proposed big business intellectual government incubation model in order to create new entrepreneur with stage of mapping potential and regional profile, creating business development metric, and creating new business that are more perspective. Next. This is the reference. And maybe this is my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Alexander Guterres. Yeah. So you are talking about your result of your research, and you find that there are some models that you find from your research. Some of them are a triple helix concept, outwall model, rural incubator model. Yeah. So which one is the best one? Which one is the good model for the entrepreneurship incubation? Okay, we can discuss later. Yes, and we still have enough time to do the Q&A session. Yeah, so we have already a list of questions here. First and second questions is for Professor Eko Ganis. I'm sure, I think. Professor Ganis, are you still here?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Prof. Ganis, you
Yeah.
had two questions or three questions. Yeah.
What was
The
that?
first one is from Laurentius.
Okay.
How far is the impact of Trump policy to the accounting ESG in Indonesia? The impact of Trump policy to the accounting ESG in Indonesia. That's the first question from Laurentius. And the second question is from Irawan. Can sustainability accounting apply to SMEs and small institutions in Indonesia? And the third is, what are the differences between sustainability accounting and conventional accounting? That's for you, Dr. or Professor Ganis.
Okay. All right. Especially for Laurentius, right?
Laurentius, yeah.
Laurentius, I already put it answered through the QA by typing. So basically, Laurentius, yeah, I don't know whether male or female. Is it female? Is it right?
I think it's male.
Oh, male.
It's
Yeah,
male.
male. If male is
Laurentius, male.
Mr., right?
Mr.
So,
Laurentius.
need to be specified what mean by the policy. What is, if it is the recent policy, it means that reciprocal tax rate, I believe. If it is the recent policy of U.S. president, the recent U.S. president, right? And I think the Trump policy will affect, the Indonesian ESG, because the ESG means very wider context, right? Especially if we focus on let's say the economic, right? The economic impacts and the social impact, and the policy will reduce the potential income, the potential what is it called, money, inflow in Indonesia because of our export will be decline. So that is the mechanism of the ESG in terms of the economy and the social impact, right? And that is the first one. And then the second one's Mr. Irawan, concerning what is that? Can sustainability accounting apply to small and medium enterprises? Yes, yes. There is no any specific obligation. So because of basically sustainability accounting possible to be applied to any type of organization and businesses, right? When we refers to the standard, for example, GRI standard, and GRI standard giving the guidance that any type or any size of the company, right, could apply to the sustainability in terms of the report, right? And in fact, small and medium enterprises, so far, they also contribute, to let's say that to the damage of our environment, and then also to produce emission, in the size of not very small. It means that very big also, bringing the impacts, to the environment and even the society. So that's why even the small and medium enterprises, that will be good to apply, sustainability accounting in the context of reporting, in the context of reporting. And then if Mr. Irawan continues the questions, what is the difference between, what is that?
Sustainability accounting and conventional accounting.
Oh, yeah. Well, conventional means that the financial, accounting. Sorry if I'm using the word of, if I'm focusing on the conventional financial accounting, whereas the recent development of accounting is sustainability accounting, right? Because financial accounting basically is measure, right? And tradition and convention, and in particular focus on the aspect of financial, right? Even though not all companies apply it because of reluctant, to be the transparent in terms of the money, right? But in fact, for the sustainability, right, because of this is focus on non-financial, I think many company will go into it and possible to be follow the patterns, right, of the standard, because they are not declaring the money of financial aspect, but more on non-financial, right? So they are different, but I believe the SME, that will be not reluctant, to follow the sustainability accounting. All right, and then what else? What is the impact of sustainability accounting to this? All right, if they are asking again, what is the big effect of sustainability accounting to the society? Yeah, very big, because what happened, as I mentioned before, basically the sustainability accounting is more having care to the society, because having triple bottom line or pentaple bottom line, it means that for the planet, it's having the potential, and then also representing environmental, have to be environmental friendly, right? And then possible to be investigate, and how are their organization or their company really friendly with the environment, right? And then the second one is caring to the people, and how do they care to the people? That is the second P. The first P is planet, environment. The second P is people. People means how do they care to the people, right? So then possible then we could investigate how do they organization contribute to the society, right? And then the economy too, right? How they having the acceleration to the economy, right? Then if they are having the concept of pentaple bottom line, it means that how they utilize the technology in their business. If they are low, then of course needed to be motivate, to use the technology intensively. And then the last one is the aspect of profit. Profit means how do they being aware of God, the spirituality, right? It means that if they are having very high the spiritual aspect, within the company, then they will respect to all of the four. So of course, they will bring big impact, to the sustainability, to the sustainable society, and to the sustainable environment, and many more of it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do you want to continue the discussion, Mr. Laurentius and Mr. Irawan? Is it enough or?
Yeah, thanks, Prof. I
Okay,
think the Trump policy is very dangerous to future, because China and Europe Union maybe set back to era mercantilism about the energy source and the welfare condition to their people. That's very dangerous in global condition, I think.
Yeah. I also remember it was when the policy long before the recent policy, Donald Trump withdrew from the commitment of Paris Agreement, I think. Yeah. So they withdrew. So I mean, the President Trump. So well, you are right, but of course many people. I remember it was when the meeting in Bali, right, and the delegate from the UN, she was crying. She was crying because of the US abandoned the agreement. Okay, but finally agree, but the different level of presenting. But we may check it from the news. It was so that was the policy of the Trump. Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you. I think you can answer one question from Maynard Girda. It is actually for Dr. Ruben, but Dr. Ruben is not here anymore. What is the role of higher education institution in advancing research and community engagement aligned with the SDGs, and how the students can contribute there? So you can answer it, Professor Ganis. The role of higher education.
Higher education.
Yes.
Yeah, I think from who?
From Maynard Girda.
Maynard.
Maynard Girda.
Well, basically, yes. Higher education. Yeah, basically promotes more methods, more kind of mitigation ways, you know, and where in particular, higher education institution is very important role in producing research and contributing model to the success of the SDGs, right? To the success of the SDGs. So this is, I think, my point, you know. Why? Because higher educations are institutions having very high accelerations, you know, to the model of the success of the SDGs. Yeah, for example, eradications of the poor, right? And having the education, of course, will accelerate, you know, to reduce the number of the poor people. You see, that is one of the example. So that's why higher education will contribute very much, you know, on the success of SDGs. And of course, the students are really important elements, you know, to the contribution to the success of SDGs too, right? By taking part activities and having free mind, and then also very democratic, and always thinking on the success, you know, of well-being. So I think the students are very important to have it. So I think that is my response to Maynard Girda. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Did that answer your question, Maynard Girda? Yeah. And the next question is from Irawan to Dr. Kasminder. Kasminder, yeah. ESG, environment, social, governance. One aspect is governance. How to ensure that ESG related to governance when the company is doing efficiency? It's our efficiency, human resource efficiency. While in governance, there must be a fulfillment of HR deficit, human resource deficit. How to deal with such phenomenon?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Irawan, yeah, for the questions. I have also answered this question in the online platform. What I feel is that, yeah, even though, yeah, if we see when the economy is efficient, yeah, because it also provides a lot of room for monitoring. Because if we speak about governance per se, what it need to be done is that, okay, we need to actively monitor the human resource health to avoid any hidden work issues. Because what we find is that hidden work issues are the ones that are truly apparent when most of these materiality assessments are being done. Right, so we feel that things like, you know, including HR well-being, training, and staffing needs plays a very, very key role, yeah, especially in ESG governance. Yeah, therefore, despite being efficient, continuous monitoring plays a very important role. Yeah, therefore, most of the organizations, what they have to do is that they have to use regular audits, okay, and board level oversights to ensure, yeah, people are not left behind during the growth. So, therefore, what I can, you know, put forward would be, even though, yeah, the HRs are running efficiently, but in terms of governance, the continuous monitoring plays a very, very important role.
Okay, Dr. Kasminders, I have one interesting questions for
Sure.
you. Yeah, it's about the term misconception. Yeah, according to some believers, religionists, our goal in this world is getting God's blessing. Many companies giving donations or helping the poor, the needy, the orphans, natural disaster victims, even though it is not tied up with the business objectives. They believe that by doing so, his or her company will be getting God's blessing. God will help their business, giving the good ways to develop their business. Is that you mean by misconception? We are not supposed to do that. It cannot be reported as an ESG activities.
Thank you, Dr. Hollis. Thank you so much. I think this is a very interesting question. While being interesting is also tricky as well. What I personally feel is that whatever good deeds which God aligned, I feel that if those kind of objectives can be streamlined with the organization's goals and strategies, I think then it will be very, very beneficial. Because if you look into probably aiding for donations, or probably aiding any organizations, if they're having any issues or countries, I think what organizations have to do is that they need to streamline all these objectives, all these initiatives with the organization's objectives and strategies. So if those things are happening, then it's fine in terms of their reporting. And probably another thing, right? Being God-fearing, that if all these things is being done, God would be contributing in terms of enhancing the organization. I would again go back to the very, very basics. I think in terms of the misconception, where whatever that we do, it should be able to be defined, it should be able to be evaluated, it should be able to be quantified. But if all these things are unable to be done, then it becomes very, very difficult for the organization to place all these things in their sustainable reporting. So by all means, if all these things can be quantified, it can be there. But I think the biggest challenge is quantifying this contribution when we talk about, in terms of spiritual being and God willing. But I feel that if at the end of the day, we can streamline this thing with the organization goals and strategies, and we can find a way to put this qualitative, what they call that contribution into quantitative numbers, then why not? So we are possible to do that.
Okay, thank you much.
Okay.
And one more question from Ismawati. It should be to Dr. Pratana. Dr. Pratana, would you like to give us some relevant variables or topics to be great research team or about auditing, considering the importance of audit report as decision-making considerations for stakeholder? Dr. Pratana, some relevant variables or topics in research. Are you still with us? Yes, you, Dr. Pratana.
Okay. In Thailand, for the economic development, there are a lot of research for the community level, for the nations level. So the research will help us a lot about the predict of the next economic development in the nation. So there are many kinds of research about the economic development in Thailand. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Do you still have any other question? Ismawati, is that answer your questions? Ismawati. Yeah. Okay, all the speakers, do you want to add something to us? Maybe Professor Eko, do you have something to
It's enough,
for your
enough for
last
me.
word?
Enough.
Enough. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So, because of the time, ladies and gentlemen, we finally come to the end of this agenda. Let us close today's seminar by reciting Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Yeah, it seems that there is a high interrelationship among all the topics. I'm sure this seminar is very interesting and it's useful for us as the reference for our dissertation projects and other writing projects, especially for all the speakers. Thank you very much for spending your time to be with us. Thank you for taking time off your busy schedules. Thank you for sharing the knowledge. Nice to meet you. See you next time. Stay healthy and safe. Nice and warm greeting for your family. Dr. Ben, Dr. Kasminder, Dr. Pratana Sirsuk, Dr. Alexander, Profesor Slamet Riyadi, Profesor Ganesh Sukoharsono, and all the participants both by Zoom and YouTube link. Bapak, Ibu, adik-adik, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 16. We get the end of the session, our last session for today. We hope you learn something. We hope you get many things. We hope you are motivated to do big things. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you for staying with us till the end. I am as the MC. Let us close our meeting today by saying Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. All praise be to God, the Lord for the universe.
Sorry.
Yeah. And see you on the next occasion. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a good
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Oh,
wabarakatuh. Itu Allah Mada.
ketemu minggu depan.
Saya tunggu, siap Alek.
Thank you.
Yo.
Oke, thank you, Pak Uben.
Okay, thank you very much.
Tinggal keluar kok di mute lagi.
Apa?
Ya. Walis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Ida Ayu.
Ada.
Thank you. Bu Maulida, Bu Irda, Pak Gustaf. Thank you.
Kolis, terima
Yeah.
kasih banyak. Selamat
Dr.
sore.
Alex, thank you very much.